date? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept your plea and dismiss the original charge. What's the status of your license now?
Well,
All right, so you got to clear up some tickets, then you can go to Secretary of State. Are you working?
Yeah.
Where do you work? How long you been with Amazon? Okay. Okay, all right. And Jamie, we got some files out of order in here. When we get back to the S's, we jump into the W's and then we get back to the S's. So I haven't had a chance to fix it yet. All right, is there anything you want me to consider before I sentence you? No, I'm not looking for a magic answer. I just want to give you a chance to share anything you want to share. Okay. All right. So normally on this kind of case, I'm going to give you a $500 fines and costs and 4 days on the court work program. I schedule work program as an alternative to jail. You get to pick which days you work. The schedule you pick, those days you have to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. All right. So I know you're trying to get your license straight. So money's tight. You got more time or more money? Because I'll give you the option. It can be $500 and 4 days, and I'll give you a payment plan, or just do 8 days work program and be done with it. No money to us, just extra days.
okay,
You want to do the extra days? All right. What days do you usually work Amazon?
Tuesday.
Schedule a bunch of Mondays with us and bang them out. Okay? Do you have any questions, sir? All right, good luck with your license. You're welcome.
Where?
Just downstairs. Downstairs. They'll call you up to the counter.
He had to go to the counter.
Oh, all right. So, sir, that far end of the counter, just go up there and tell them you're there to schedule work days. You're welcome. Zachary Freeman. How are you? It's been way too long. Yeah, how you been? Everything's doing well. Yeah. Oh, God. How's business?
Thank you. Mike, sir, on behalf of Zach.
Yep. And you fellas got a deal all worked out.
Spoken to last year, we arrived at a charges would be dismissed and we have going about unlicensed, but I've heard him that's 0 point,
Beautiful.
non-reporting. You got to understand also that he has all his rights, with that right to take the agreement plan or sheet. If he is in agreement, he's guilty to allowance. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah. And you understand your rights and options? Understand the possible penalty? And pleading guilty freely and voluntarily. Awesome. Okay. February 9, 2026, did you drive in the city of Romulus? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time? Satisfied, counsel?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept the plea, dismissed all three or both original charges. All right, what else should I consider before I sentence?
Right, my understanding in regard to there was no accident, no children in the car, no alcohol or drugs being used. He was cooperative with the police officer. We are trying to work to get his license back. And he appears to be a very good candidate.
Where's he at? You got to go back to the license appeal? License appeal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, you got an appointment? Get anywhere close to being there?
We are gathering all the documents.
Okay, putting the ducks in a row? Yeah. And where are you working?
I'm currently working construction.
Okay. All right, how long you been doing that?
A few months. I was a trainer before that.
Okay, like physical trainer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of, yes, but business slowed down a lot.
Okay.
So I had to look for something else.
Good, good. All right, anything else I should consider?
No, I believe that's it.
Okay. All right. All right, it's $500 fines it costs. You need options or can you pay that today?
I might be able to get the 500 today, if not, maybe 8 days, but yes.
You want me to just give you a due date?
Would we be allowed to have 1 week for that?
Yeah, just give you next Friday.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that's gonna be what? June, no, 29th, May 29th. All right. And were you in here when I explained how the workday works? ISS work program is an alternative to jail. So you pick the days, right? You pick 4 days. The days you're scheduled, you got to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. You go out with our crew. All right.
Governor, just to-
Go ahead.
The request probation, Secretary of State will actually use that against people. They'll call that.
No probation, no probation. Four. All right, so $500 by on or before next Friday and go down, far end of the counter. All right, go sign up for your 4 days and we're good to go. Good luck with Secretary of State. Council, always a pleasure. You're looking good. Yeah, you're looking good. You're not aging at all.
I'm sorry.
You're not aging at all. Yeah. Maybe we both need our eyes checked. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Ma'am, did they send you in here with a piece of paper? Come on up. What's your name? Bo, B-O?
Yes. BOW.
Are you going forward today without an attorney?
Yeah.
Did you read your rights form? You understand all that good information? And do you understand the possible penalty for allowing an unlicensed driver to operate? Understanding your rights and options and understanding the possible penalty for the charge, are you pleading guilty to that charge today? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? Did you drive a vehicle in Romulus on March 12, 2026 while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept your plea to the added charge. I'll dismiss the original charge. What is the status of your license now? Valid. Good for you. Good for you. Much more fun to drive that way, isn't it? Are you working, ma'am?
I know.
Where do you work? How long? All right. All right, it looks like you already owe us some money on another Romulus file. $450? Okay. All right, can you get some kind of payment plan? We'll give you all one payment plan on both files. All right.
And on this one, so I just paid on 14, so the next one is 28.
Oh, you got a payment plan set?
Last-
When did you pay last?
Down 50 on that one.
Oh, this is old information I've got. Okay, so we're just gonna roll today's file into that payment plan? All right. All right, so on today's file, $500 fines plus court costs and 4 days on the court work program. I schedule work program as an alternative to jail. You pick the days. Are you doing work days on the other one?
Yeah, I did.
You know how that works then? Okay. Any questions? Have a lovely day. Thanks.
You might want to make periodic announcements out there with that company. It says, folks, we're really backed up, so if you're waiting for an attorney, just be patient.
And I also been looking,
Because
you don't
it's-
necessarily have to use an attorney,
Yeah.
because they're gonna approach me in it.
Yeah. I always like to say, you can always talk to the prosecutor without an attorney and see how it goes.
You can see what happens, it's gonna be all right.
Oh, I can see. And I'm up against it today because we got a mock trial at 3 o'clock.
And we have an afternoon docket.
Yeah, I see that, the mock trial is,
It's on Zoom.
oh,
Yeah, so when I say we, I meant me.
You had Jamie for you now.
I don't know what he was doing with John Crowe. He had John Crowe back by probation
Uh-huh.
today. I was down there talking to, who I was talking to, but anyhow. Oh, I was talking to Susie Fredericks. And, Jay got my attention, says, Mr. Crowe just wanted to say good morning. And I looked at him. Jay said, let's get out of here. I have one of the guys tell John next time he comes in, he says, you keep screwing around. Jamie got written up Thursday because Oakley was in bad mood. He's tired of seeing you in the building with option. And,
You're gonna say that?
I'm gonna have one of the other guys say it. I think Tim will do it.
Funny.
Because he just worships Mr. J, Mr. J. He's a great guy, Mr. J. So I'm gonna tell him that Jamie got rid of.
That's too fun. I mean, I can use, well, July I'm gonna use for belt.
Mhm. Good morning, YouTube. Today's court officer is Jamie Garcia.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I sent a, email out. One of the, about a meeting they were scheduling, and I sent it to Scott. And he responded with 14. So I responded with, what's 14? And his response to that was 14 equals 10-4. Message received. How does 14 equals 10-4?
10 for good buddy, but 10 plus 4 is 14.
Okay, how about just typing 10-4?
Or how about just saying okay? Oh goodness, that was an exasperated look.
These county cases are ruining my life.
Oh,
Chuck,
Why?
can I borrow a file on steel? Well,
Steel?
because I just don't have access.
Oh, you don't have the information you want.
I don't have access to just like police reports. I wouldn't worry for that. So I have to figure out who was supposed to. I don't know what Jake's been doing.
STEE?
Yes,
for some reason.
it's a Wayne County one though, so I don't know if that means it's somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, it's out of order. I don't know who put these files together, but they're not alphabetized.
No. I mean, do you wanna?
Have you brought a driving record from over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, could you?
Yeah.
I was gonna run downstairs.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
I didn't know you could do it.
No.
Because it says influence is not suspended. I'll let anybody access to that information. And I thought before, at least the ones that would show up, and the ones here like last week or 2 weeks ago, when
They're told they don't have
no,
oh, 6.
is that not even? Well, it's not that they don't have to show up, but they have to at least like give me something. I gotta find out at least like who I should contact about this stuff.
Way too many.
Oh. Do they hand, oh, they hand wrote it too?
Yeah, all of them around the same. Oh, here's your police report. It's the writing right there.
I'm sorry, is Wayne County, I'm just, can we take up a selection for them to get a computer? Oh, no, this is, yeah. This place is special.
You know how to read them.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah, he says he is back to go.
the top thing system.
Yeah, I know, I see that. So I'll go. May not go through. Thank you.
And then bring it back so I can get rid of it,
Okay,
please.
thank you.
Yep. The bed and grab almost up.
Spending more the money. Now, what happens if I give you $100 or spend more money? Right? Or things that are not wealthy, it's always remember that you save part of your money, then you go with the rest. And then you invest it. So you never spend more the money, even if it's a birthday, save a portion, then you spend a birthday. And the second one is never borrow money. It's all money, you should have to. It's the money that most people. It's that.
Good morning, council. Good. Name?
This is Miss Kelsey Burton. How is it, your last name?
Burton, Matunian.
Matunian. Burton hyphen Matunian.
Got it. Morning, man.
Morning.
You can complain now, Heather, about the traffic or later.
Later.
I will not be using 94 for quite a while with a lot of people.
Council, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Josh. I have everything on behalf of my client, Ms. Kelsey Burton Matunian. Just say your name, please.
Kelsey Burton, Matunian.
Thank you.
Your Honor, go ahead and waive the formal reading of the arraignments, and you asked for complete not guilty. We have got this matter resolved today.
Tell me about it.
So, Your Honor, my client does stand for the court possessing a valid driver's license.
Good.
She got it renewed the day of the stop.
Awesome.
Accordingly, the people have agreed that they're going to throw out both original counts, the speeding 6 to 10 over and the expired license be dismissed. We're considering a plea to the impeding traffic citation.
Wonderful. And no agreed upon fines and costs?
It was not, this actually came out of a Wayne County Sheriff tickets.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep. Yep. All right, let's do $200. Can you pay that today, ma'am? You need options.
No, that's it.
Go downstairs and get a smile out of that cashier.
Will do, sir. Thank you.
And Your Honor, just
Have a lovely day. Both original cases dismissed.
clients, was the jury foreperson on a recently wrapped up.
Dude.
Wow. Downtown? Yeah.
Got here 10 minutes ago, but I have a whole lot of questions.
Yeah. First time?
First time doing
Interesting process, isn't it?
it. So cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing it myself.
For you. Good for you.
So you get that phone here, they'll square it.
Mr. Steele, are you using the court-appointed attorney?
No, Judge, I'm sorry, Mary, I'm sorry. Angela
Angela.
has his file. Oh, there it is. You got
Got
it right there. Yep.
No attorney?
Nope.
Come on up. All right, you've met with the prosecutor and you made a deal, yes? All right, pretty straightforward. Says here that you're going to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate a vehicle. And she's asked me to dismiss both of the charges that were issued to you on February 3rd. That's your understanding? Did you read your rights form? You understand those rights and the options those rights give you? And do you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
No.
Up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 90 days in jail. So $0 to $500 and 0 to 90 days. Understand that? Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to that added charge today? All right. February 3, 2026, did you drive a vehicle in Romulus? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time? I will accept your plea to the added charge and I will dismiss the original charges. Are you working, sir? Where do you work and how long have you been there?
I work with this union out of Ann Arbor 252. I've been there for
What do they do? What union? How long you been in the union? Okay, good. Where they got you working now? Good, good. Long term, won't it be? You're gonna be there for a while, won't you?
Back it up, wait, good.
Okay, good, good. How many hours a week they giving you? Good. All right, what's the status of your license? Still suspended? Or you got it back?
She said from you guys record that it's still suspended, but I paid my ticket in Detroit and they said all I gotta do was at that time was pay the ticket, pay a receipt.
Yeah, so those are both correct. So you're still suspended until you pay your reinstatement fee, right? Yeah, yeah. So you still can't drive legally. Right, okay. All right. So you're close. Okay, all right. And it looks like you're currently on a payment plan with us? Is that correct? No, no, you've got a court date coming up June 2nd. You know about that? Okay, all right. So anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you on today's file? Any information you want to share?
Keep my license together, that's about it.
Okay. All right, so the standard on this file is $500 fines and costs. Can you pay that today or do you need some options? All right, you'll get those downstairs. And 4 days on the work program. I assess work program as an alternative to jail. You pick which days you want to work, so you pick your own schedule. The days you pick, you have to be here at 4 o'clock, or excuse me, 8 o'clock in the morning. So how soon do you think you'll have your license straight?
See what's going on, I mean, I'm not sure, I could get it as soon as possible,
Well, what I'm thinking is, right now, transportation anywhere is probably a problem, but once you get your license, then you can drive yourself around. So if you think you're gonna get your reinstatement fee paid and get your license reinstated in the next couple of weeks, pick your 4 work days so they're after you get your license back. You follow me?
How long do I have to pick my 4 days?
Well, I want to pick before you leave the building. How long do you have to complete them?
Well,
I want you to walk out of here with a schedule in your hand.
how long of a day is that?
It's generally speaking, they're back by, what would you say, Jamie? 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, work program?
Yes, at the latest is between 2 and 3, correct?
Yeah.
Do you guys don't do weekends? Do you?
I got Saturdays. I'm gonna have Sundays coming up. Okay, all right. All right, go downstairs. Front counter where you sign up for your work days and talk about your payment options. Good luck.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. You mean, what are you gonna do? Physically, what are you be doing? It's an alternative to jail. This is a 90-day misdemeanor. So I don't want to put you in jail, so I give you the 4-day work program option. Understood? Anything else?
No, I was just wondering.
I don't want you confused when you leave. All right, Sumler, am I saying it right? All right, Miss Sumler, are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, and did you read your rights form?
Yeah.
Did you understand those rights and the options they give you? All right. All right, it says you're going to plead guilty to operating while impaired and no valid operator's license on person. You understand the possible penalty for those charges? And are you pleading guilty to those charges freely and voluntarily today? All right. On February 1, 2026, did you drive a vehicle in Romulus? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time?
Yeah.
And prior to driving the vehicle, did you consume some alcohol? Did you take, you're right. Did you take a blood test or a breath test? Do you know what the results were? Can you share that with me? 0.4 or 0.04?
No, I didn't know it was forward.
Okay. All right. Do you feel that your ability to operate your vehicle was impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
No.
Okay. Do you have kids?
Yes.
Would you want me to drive your kids around the state of Michigan after drinking as much alcohol as you drank? Why? Why not? Because why? Okay. But you were drinking. Do you think my ability to operate my car with that much alcohol in my system would have been lessened? In other words, not as good a driver as I normally would be?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you were driving as well as you would have if you had no alcohol in your system?
Yes.
You did?
No.
Okay. So you think your ability to operate your vehicle had been affected? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So do you think it was impaired? That's what impaired means, is you're not driving as well as you usually would because you were drinking the alcohol. I'm not trying to trick you, ma'am. I have to establish a certain factual basis to accept the plea that you're trying to enter. And one of the things I have to establish is that you understand and you agree that your ability to operate your vehicle had been negatively affected due to your consumption of alcohol. But you don't believe that to be true? Okay. All right. Then I can accept your plea. I'll dismiss both the original charges. Are you working?
Yes.
Who do you work for and how long have you been employed with them?
Employed for 6 months.
All right. All right, I'm going to send you down to our probation counter and they're going to schedule for you to come back for a pre-sentence interview. That just means you're going to sit down with a probation officer, do some paperwork and answer a bunch of questions. Based on that interview, probation will prepare a report and a recommendation to me about what your sentence terms should be. When you come back for your sentencing, you'll have a chance to look at that report and then you and I will talk about that report and anything else you want to talk about before I decide what your sentence should be. Do you understand the process? In the meantime, I'm going to put you on a personal bond. The first two conditions are pretty obvious. Stay out of trouble and show up for court when you're supposed to be, and they're going to tell you when to come back when you go downstairs today. Third condition is do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. So that means no marijuana and no alcohol. Understood? Can you live with those rules? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you screw up on bond?
Yes.
Do you have any questions? You sure? Downstairs, hang out by the counter and they'll call your name. You're welcome. Davis. Good morning, ma'am. Are you moving forward today without court-appointed attorney? Did you read your rights form? Did you understand your rights and the options they give you? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge of no valid operator's license on person? And understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty to that charge today? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? All right, you understand that if I accept your plea to the no valid license on person, the Secretary of State could resuspend you. And you're still willing to do that plea and move forward? All right. Did you in fact operate a vehicle on, September 19, 2024 in Romulus? At the time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept your plea and dismiss the original charge. Are you working? What do you do? Okay. What's the status of your license?
I'm in the midst of planning my course up, trying to get it now.
All right. Other than us, who are you dealing with?
I already took care of Western.
Good. Good. Where else you got to go?
Detroit.
Okay. All right. So you're getting there. Any idea when you're going to get your license back?
Got to complete, finish the work program with everyone And I actually start the work program with Wayne on the 28th.
Okay. Do you have a court date set up with Detroit or you just got to go down there and? Okay. It's just a money thing with them? You're not sure? Okay. All right. So you, at this point, you can't say, well, I think I'll have it by such and such a date. You're not that close yet? Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you? Okay. So normally on this file, I'd give you $600 fines and costs plus 4 days on our work program. I know you're up against it. So if you can find more time than money, I'll do just straight days with you. Eight days on the work program and you save your money for the other courts. You want to do the days?
I know the work program for Dearborn, I do on Mondays.
Okay.
Monday I can do, and then the work program.
Stop you. Let me stop you. When are you going to be done with those other work programs?
7 Mondays left for Dearborn, and then I actually start my work program with Wayne on the 28th.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'll do is when you go down to schedule, I'll make a note in the file that you don't have to start your days with us until July. That help? All right. So 8 days start after July 1. Any questions? Good luck with those other courts. You're welcome. Oh, I thought that was going over. Is it Shazier? How do you say it? Shazer? Good morning, sir. Are you going forward today without a court-appointed attorney? Did you read your rights? You understand those rights and the options they give you? And looks like you're going to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate. Is that the deal? You understand the possible penalty for that charge? Up to $500 fine plus court costs and up to 90 days in jail. You understand that? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to the added charge freely and voluntarily? All right. Did you drive a vehicle in Romulus while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied on February 18 this year? I'll accept your plea to the added charge, sir. Are you working?
No, sir, I can't. Just.
Because of whatever's got you limping on that cane? You off on medical?
Yes.
All right. Where were you working last time you worked?
I can't look, I get in, access.
Okay. So it's been a long time. Okay. All right. All right. Anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you? Anything else you want me to consider before I set the terms of your sentence? All right, Mr. Shazer, on your file, fines that cost $550, and I'm going to give you 30 hours community service instead of work program. So community service means charity work. Hook up with a church, soup kitchen, Salvation Army, any organization that's registered as a nonprofit with the IRS, volunteer with them for 30 hours, get documentation on their letterhead, bring that to us, and we'll give you credit for that. Understood? All right. As far as the $550, you can talk about payment options downstairs if you cannot pay it today. We can also give you a list of organizations in our area that are pre-approved for your community service. You can find something on your own if you want to, but we've got a list to save you some time. Any questions?
I do money, I do service.
Two different things. It's $550 fines and cost and 30 hours community service. It's not an either or. Understood?
Yeah.
Questions? Okay, go downstairs, set up some kind of payment plan if you need to. And if you want that list of organizations that are pre-approved, ask for it downstairs. It's pay and, yeah, it's money and time. So it's community service. Usually I would do work program as an alternative to jail because of your limitations with your leg. I don't want to do work program, so I'm giving you the community service option. Understood? Okay, you're all set.
Good news with the blower box downstairs in the lobby with judges. You got in there and lots of debris got caught in there.
fell from the
Huh,
top of it. So I'm
Interesting.
praying that once they clean that out, that it's not a problem. So
Yeah.
I don't have to get deeper into it.
interesting.
No, all that shale, some stuff gets caught in there.
Just-
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, is on Zoom. I asked him why, he said, oh, the commission says he needed to be on Zoom, I said, no, and the commission said in person. You want to reschedule, I said, no, just come to the court, come wait and see.
So he's a local guy. Just give me a.
Yes, it's, yeah.
I got, keep this, if you want me to just put them out.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then, and the German, and then, so this one is, is there a Watson here?
Oh, Walton.
Walton, I'm sorry.
Thank you, please.
Yep.
Okay, and that's all civil infraction.
Oh, okay. No, one says an arraignment pretrial, and at least here it says.
Oh, there is one.
It wasn't
Yeah,
expired.
there's a blue file in there. Yeah. All right, come on up on Walton.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tim Keelan, 64917, here today on behalf of Ms. Walton, who's approved. Ms. Walton, he's over there.
Good morning.
Dr. Candidate for random pre-trial relation to expired license, wait. Yeah, I had a city attorney to read the seats that expired license as well as a style, which I think you understand you have to be responsible to a city practice relation to should not advise of the rights which you get.
All righty. Ms. Walton, that true? Is that a yes? All right, I will accept your plea of responsible on the registration plate civil infraction, dismiss the other charges, and assess fines and costs of $150. Can you pay that today? Go downstairs and see our cashier. She'll probably smile when she takes your money and get you out the door. Have a good day.
Tim, what's your date on Monday?
649.
What'd you do?
I woke up funny. I've got a bad back.
Isn't that crazy?
I do something, I will kind of still.
Yeah. I told somebody the other day, you know you're old when you wake up and you heard something while you slept.
Doing lots of stuff last night. I felt very,
All right, so I think everything else is a dismissal or an adjournment.
He's got, something on the top.
Oh, there's a open intox there, Judge, on Lorenzo Young.
Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying. Move to dismiss.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about
this you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Heather yells at.
Pattison. All right, this is a dismissal. You're okay with a dismissal? Yes, yes? Let's talk about the money you owe on something else. Some kind of traffic device ticket, maybe? $294. Are you in a position to set up some kind of payment plan on that?
I should be able to figure out tomorrow.
You'll just pay it in full? You sure? Okay. I'll just make a note. You're gonna have that paid tomorrow. Great, thank you. Case is dismissed.
Mr. Units, a flat out dismissal. I don't see anything with it.
Lorenzo Young. Okay with the dismissal?
So that's a little bit, Judge, it might be written improperly. It's actually an open intox ticket.
Yep.
It looks like there was a error maybe written on the police sheet that I got.
No.
CP pleading straight up, open intox. What we'll be asking for is a Cobb's evaluation prior to tendering the plea.
That's fine.
That typically.
Yeah.
He's 61 years
Yeah.
old, on social security disability, Your Honor. He was the passenger in the vehicle that was pulled over for. He did not purchase that alcohol. He admits he knew that it was there. We'd ask you, be asking for fines and costs.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you understand your rights and options? You understand the possible penalty? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Were you a passenger in a car? Did you have possession or control of some open intox?
A little bit on the streets, yes.
You satisfied, counsel? So am I. Anything else I should know?
Great grandfather, 61 years old, great history, has been having some medical issues now on social security disability. I'd ask that you take it out, no prior record to speak of.
All right. Good luck with your health. Anything else you want to tell me?
I've been seeing you since the 90s.
Well, I don't know if that's good or bad. Did we see each other in this setting?
It's actually good because.
Okay,
Sure, about a lot of things.
good. I try. Yeah. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay. All right. $250. Can you pay it today or you need time? Go downstairs and get your options. Good luck with your legs.
Yeah, this one will probably need to be addressed too. He's got issues.
Gabbard?
Good morning, Driver Tim Kewen, 619 Southern Freeway, on behalf of Mr. Gabbard, standing to my left. There, gentlemen, thank you. Robert, this time they scheduled for both Joe called Raymond and we filed the Registry Raymond, we waived. Plead not guilty. Judge, we're asking for an additional pretrial. I believe these attorneys going to subpoena or notice the alleged victims in the matter for final, beginning my in-person discovery.
What'd you say, August 8th? Adjournment,
Yes.
final pretrial. Ramos.
I'm out of town that week of the sixth. I have any other dates.
Do July 16th, just add it, July 16th, by Zoom with Joe Martin.
What time?
10:10.
All right, so I'll continue bond. Mr. Gabbard will give you a notice on that court date. And then it looks like you owe us money on some other stuff. Are you on any kind of payment plan with us?
Yes.
When's the last time you made a payment?
One, last month.
All right. What? Oh, to cancel. I couldn't read that word. Okay. All right, we'll get you, just have a seat. We'll get you notice.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
He said he called in person on the phone for him. He could have clarified him and gave him the Zoom ID.
No, that person's wrong.
Exactly. I told him he needs to contact a supervisor.
Did I go into Zoom? I saw that there was somebody.
No, he's not. We're not doing Zoom, but thank you.
Counsel, your appearance is at MoCan? Is that how you say it? Go ahead.
$3 rounds. Yes. It's 577. Yeah, this is Raymond Lee.
All right, we got a 9/1 date or somebody that came in with,
Yes, Ramos, Angela gave it.
all right, who's that with? Us?
That's also Judge Mark.
All right, so let's just adjourn the arraignment pretrial. What time are we gonna do 9/1? 9 AM, counsel? And that's Judge Martin, you said?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Mokan, we'll get you a notice on that one. Looks like you owe us money on some other stuff. Looks like a speeding ticket from, I don't know when that's from, Sumter Township, maybe? And then looks like we got a fail to display a valid license. So we got $471 due. You know about those? Okay. Is that part of this one? All right, so that's only, the old speeding ticket's $216 then. Are you in a position to get that paid off or get a payment plan set up? Today? Okay, just have a seat. We'll get you a notice. Counsel, if you want one, stick around. We'll get you a paper notice too. Smith. Thank you.
State tax up for Raymond in this reading Spain. Also had a chance to pre-trial this case, Your Honor. They have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval. In that agreement, Mr. Smith would be clear. We have no operator's license on a person with the understanding, two additional charges would be dismissed.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, you understand your rights and options?
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty for the added charge? Are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today? All right, did you drive a vehicle in Romulus on August 13, 2020? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time? Mr. Bowditch, you satisfied? So am I. I'll dismiss both the original charges. Tell me something about your client.
Well, Your Honor, he did have a series of some tickets. He's in the process of paying them all. He has court dates all set up for satisfying.
Good.
These things.
Good. Are you working, sir? Where do you work? I was gonna ask you where that, how long you been there?
You're not.
Good. Full time? Good. Anything else you want me to know? Okay. All right. Fines and costs, $550 and 4 days on the court work program. I schedule work program as an alternative to jail. You pick which days you work. Can you pay the $550 today, or do you need to talk about options? You can do that downstairs. Any questions about how the work program works?
I'm not aware of
The
it.
work program is an alternative to jail. You pick the schedule, the days you pick, you have to show up here at the court before 8 o'clock in the morning. You go out with our crew. You're usually back done at, by 2, sometime between 2 or 3. You're done for the day. Understood? Any questions? Go downstairs and get your options for payment and set up your work schedules. Have a good day. Jail abates.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron, before the rest of this, I'm appearing on behalf of, and with Ms. Lisa, ma'am. Good. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your Honor, today's the date that granted in this matter, we believe for reading standing. We've also had a chance to pre-trial this case, Your Honor. They've executed a plea agreement, subject to court approval. In that agreement, this case would be pleading guilty to an added count of an unlicensed driver vehicle, with the understanding the original charge would be.
Ma'am, do you understand your rights and options? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty to the charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes.
Did you drive a vehicle in Romulus on April 4, 2025?
Don't forget, you drive. Yes.
And was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time?
Yes.
I will accept the plea and dismiss the original charge.
Ms. Bates has her full license back.
Good for you. Good for you. You working?
Yes.
Where do you work? Good. How long you been with Amazon?
4.5 years.
Okay. All right.
That can't be right. If I was old enough to rack up $250 in late fees.
Show cause. Another show cause. And then another one, well,
Isn't that 150?
yeah, no, this should only be 100. And you weren't,
Another 50.
I was benchmark this. They didn't enter the other warrant, but it was sent to her, oh, they did, yes, two warrants, $100.
Oh, we're doing $100 on warrant now?
50/50, but she's had 2 already, because it's from last year.
There's 1550, 100.
Two show causes, 2
Oh,
warrants.
I got you.
Two show causes.
All right. Yeah, so it should be a total of 200, not total, not 250. All right, on fines and costs, I've got a total of $700 because we've got late fees and show causes, or show cause and bench warrant fees times 2. And 4 days on the court work program. Work program is assessed as an alternative to jail. You pick which days you want to work. Can you pay the $700 today, or do you need some time or options? Settle those up downstairs. Any questions? Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Council stepped out for a moment on that one, Judge. I guess we'll hold off. I got some other ones here for you. Boy, I can't get this ready. And I think.
Gas, I'm thinking. It's KASS maybe? First name Sean.
Sean Cass. There you go.
Mr. Cass, you okay with the dismissal? You're sure? You can argue it if you want.
No arguments.
Have a great day.
Try this one next. See, I can't figure all that. I don't know if it's Marie. I don't, that's just unbelievable.
Well, I think that looks like a riddle. This must be the Belleville prosecutor, right?
Great.
Well, I guess that says misdemeanor.
What's?
It's Riddle or Marie? Riddle? Nobody here named Riddle?
I'll announce it outside. I can't, I don't think, to bring them in, but no bodies.
Yeah, and you're still looking for Sean?
No, well,
Order that, Your Honor.
Thanks.
thank you. Next one, do you have Barnes in here? There's Barnes.
Did you find this one? Sean Cass?
Yeah, I thought I gave you the file.
Yep. Paperwork didn't make it in there.
Is there a Mr. Cass in here? We already did that one, Chuck, or not?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, did I do your Barnes yet?
Nope.
Yep, she's right there. Let me get you.
Hey, Your Honor. That is good.
All right, come on up, Miss Riddle. Miss Barnes, you okay with a dismissal? You okay with a dismissal? You sure? Okay. Have a nice day.
That wasn't completed.
Oh, no, Jamie. Jamie,
Is it just a straight civil infraction?
no, she's dismissing this, but she's pleading to this.
Yeah, I just pulled the file. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. You handed it to me. I thought you said dismissal.
No.
Have a seat. I'm not done with you. You come on up. All right. Yeah, right here. All right, Miss Riddle, are you going forward today without an attorney? You met with the prosecutor? Says you're going to plead to a civil infraction impeding traffic and the misdemeanor is to be dismissed. Is that your agreement? I will accept your plea to the impeding traffic. Fines and costs on that, $200. Can you pay it today? Go downstairs and see our cashier, ma'am. She'll take your money with a smile and get you on your way. You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, counselor, you know, the Chicano's last name?
Come on up, counsel. Wonderful. How you been? Good. Adjournment 9-1.
What's the last name?
Taub, T-A-U-B. Did I pronounce it right? Taub? What time are we gonna do that? And you're not gonna be here because it's Zoom. Judge Martin?
Judge Martin.
It's Zoom with Judge Martin. All right, counsel, have a seat. If you want a paper notice, if you don't want a paper notice, you can take off and we'll give a paper notice to Mr. Taub.
Next one would be Rob. Oh, that's a.
Yeah, let me take care of Barnes. Miss Barnes.
Hey, Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Dottie, 5366, they're on the Idaho. And with me.
Thank you.
Your Honor, today, the bringing in this matter, you pay formal reading, standing, also have a chance to retry this case. We do have an executed plea agreement subject for approval. In that agreement, Ms. Barnes will be pleading guilty to an added count of a pleading guidance, civil infraction. The original charges would be dismissed.
Is that correct, ma'am? That's where you want to resolve it? Impeding traffic, fines and costs, $200. Can you pay it today? Go downstairs, take care of that, get your smile, and we'll dismiss the other two charges, and you're on your way.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
this shows that the month's worth it.
Right.
No, it's brand fun.
Okay.
Are you gonna say it?
No, Judge, you don't have to say it. I'm on your side.
Counsel, I'm ready on Roberts, but Heather asked me to give her a break to catch up, so you're leaving early. She's gonna be with me all day, so guess who's gonna get what they want?
You know what, Judge, go ahead and say it.
Still tiny.
What are we gonna do?
Don't give her a hard time. It's not gonna make her any faster.
Talking, Jamie.
Only the side right here.
What's that on, sir?
And Harris.
Council, you might want to go out and keep working
I might get a one-star review.
because,
Interact with a bunch of people.
our recording equipment right now is having a problem.
Yeah. Who needs a record schmecker? Let's just roll, right?
Bill Camp and who else?
Harrison Strand.
I. Oh, shit.
I'll just keep it moving, guys.
Thank you.
Sit tight. We're gonna
Go sign a hair in the town.
Harrison.
Bill Russ and you, great.
Harris.
Yeah, just hang tight right here. You'll know Dan if she gets back up.
You good up here?
Jimmy can hear me.
Hey, Judge, can I request a little break? It's getting kind of.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that said?
Here, I know that one needs an adjournment. I need to know what needs an adjournment.
Okay.
Please.
Are they in this pile here?
This, they
Oh.
not towards the top. You know what?
You never know.
Well, down to the bottom, I know it's like down, but the top. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Be back.
Yeah. So it,
That's it.
double check this thing. Yeah, not that, I think it needs some.
Yeah.
This is.
Is there a gabber?
So
Yeah, they're waiting for.
So he didn't see, he doesn't have an attorney?
Yeah, I just had one of those.
Hadley.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they need to put their name in. Mr. Hadley was your counsel? Sir, Gavin? Yeah. Counselor Hadley? Is that who you use?
I was trying to go.
Okay, so did you use an attorney today at all?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Hadley? Oh, thank you. I didn't know. Thank you. You okay?
You're good to go.
No, that's not.
Mr. Larkin, come on up.
It's, you know who it is, okay?
Tim,
Steven.
your appearance for Mr. Roberts, please.
Travis, 15.
Thank you. Counsel, I've got a plea.
Yes, Rob.
All right.
First of all, for reading my client's name, we can wait formal read. With respect to the plea, we've worked out that the charge of operating while intoxicated will be reduced to operating while impaired. Mr. Roberts wishes to avail himself of those.
Good. You understand your rights, sir? You understand the options presented because of those rights? You understand the possible penalty for impaired driving? Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty today freely and voluntarily to that charge? Counsel, would you voir dire and give me the facts that support that plea?
Mr. Roberts, on January 1st, 2006, when you driving a vehicle in the city of Romulus, did you consume alcohol prior to driving the vehicle? Yes. Did that consumption of the alcohol materially impair the ability to drive the vehicle? Yes. Was you stopped based on the fact that your license plate was covered with snow?
Yeah.
Did you take a breath test? Yeah. Actually, you took a PVT, right? Yeah. And it's 2013? Yeah. Okay, and then they took blood later on, is that correct?
Yes,
And that was 2014, is that correct?
yes.
Not be further, Your Honor.
You satisfied, counsel?
Yes.
So am I. I'll accept the plea to the added charge, dismiss the original charge. Sir, I'm going to do two things. I want to put you on a personal bond and I'm going to send you downstairs to the probation department. At the probation counter, you're going to schedule to come back for a pre-sentence interview and you'll find out when your sentencing is. You can have some input on that one, counsel. Based on that interview, probation will put together a report and recommendation. When you guys come back for sentencing, you have a chance to look at that paperwork. I will have looked at it and then we'll have a conversation about anything you guys want to talk about. then I'll determine your sentence. You understand that? The personal bond is 3 conditions. First 2 are pretty obvious. Stay out of trouble and show up when you're supposed to be here. You can do that. Third condition, do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's script. That means no booze, no marijuana. Can you live with that? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you screw up on bond? Any questions? You sure? You're all set. Go on downstairs and get your dates. Have a good day, gentlemen. Thank you. Megan Summers. Summers? I don't know where she went. How about Jasmine Williams? Ms. Williams, are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney? All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so I've got 3 files with your name on. One of them is a civil infraction failed to yield from April 2019. That's in default with lots of money due. We can talk about that one before we're done. And then I've got 2 misdemeanor files. One from April of 2019, which is a they're both from April 19th. One is a registration or plate violation. The other is a drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. My understanding is you're going to plead to another charge, which is an added charge of no valid operator's license on person. If I accept that plea, both the original misdemeanors will be dismissed. Is that your deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand your rights? Yeah. You understand the options those rights give you today? And do you understand the possible penalty for that added charge of no valid operator's license? Understanding all of that. Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to the charge? All right. On that date back in April of 2019, did you drive a vehicle? At that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept your plea to the added charge and dismiss those original misdemeanors. Okay. Are you working?
Yeah, it's all working.
Good. Where at?
Google,
What do they do?
What
What do they do? Okay. And full time?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's the status of your license? What do you have to do to get back? All right. Okay. All right. I got to tell you, because you're pleading to no operator's license on person, we're going to tell Secretary of State about that, and that tells them you were driving on April 2019. They could re-suspend you. They could add a suspension period. You understand that?
Yeah.
You still want to go forward with that? Okay. All right. And okay. Just want to make sure you're warned about that. If you're lucky, it won't happen, but it could. All right. Is there anything you want me to understand or know about you before I set the terms of your sentence? I hate these old files because there's more money on them. All right, so normally on this, the money end of it, because you've got a clearance fee of 45, you got a late fee of 50, you got a show cause of 50 and a bench warrant of 50. So that gets you up to 695. Usually I order 4 days on the court work program as an alternative to jail. I know you just started a job. What kind of shift you working?
11 p.m. to 7:30.
And you're working in Livonia.
Yeah.
So our work program, because what I could do is instead of all that money, I could give you more work days. Right now we're running Monday through Friday, and we're currently running Saturdays. We're going to add Sundays. We just had the conversation yesterday, so I'm not sure how soon we're going to have Sundays available. All right. But if you want to give me more time than more money, I'll do it that way. I'll tell you what, I'll do 9 days and no money. You want to do it that way? Well, I take that back. You still got to pay the clearance fee because that's money we got to send to Secretary of State, but all that other stuff I'll waive for the days. All right, so go downstairs. Do you have 45? All right, go downstairs, tell them you're going to pay your 45 tomorrow, and then this one's not stopping you from getting your license straight. Okay? And then before you get out of here, schedule your 9 days. Questions? You sure? Good luck. You got all that? Makes sense?
90, no, fine.
45 tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. I forgot about the other one. That old civil infraction. It looks like I talked to you in March. Did you start payments? You're still on the payment plan then? Just keep running that payment plan then. I want you to come in with an extra 45 just so that file's done and you know you can get your license straight. Is it Guyton?
I just put it because of the top sheet.
Yeah. Ms. Guyton, are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Honestly, yeah, because the whole case.
No. I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I just want to confirm that you understand there's an attorney here to talk to if you want one. Okay, all right. Guyton, am I saying it right? Guyton? I want to say Guyton. All right, so the paperwork tells me that you talked to the prosecutor and you want to set this for a bench trial.
I've never been in trouble before.
Okay, so that's what the paperwork tells me. So because this is a criminal matter, it's a misdemeanor. So that means you can set it for a bench trial or a jury trial. Do you understand the difference? If you don't, that's all right. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to make it real easy. There are two types of questions to be decided at a criminal trial: factual questions and legal questions. So a factual question is, did the woman punch him in the nose or didn't she? That's a factual question. All right. The legal question is, did she have a right to do it for self-defense or didn't she? That's a legal question. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
So with a bench trial, I make all those decisions, the legal questions and the factual questions. I answer them all. With a jury trial, the jury decides what the facts are. I still decide what the law is.
Mhm.
You understand the difference?
The law.
You just want to go with me.
Yeah.
No jury. Okay. I have to establish that because that's a constitutional right that you're going to waive. All right. So this is Romulus. So when can we give her a bench trial?
June 12th or June 18th, whatever Angela wants.
You got a preference?
June
No,
12th
I don't.
is a Friday.
Okay.
What are our
Miss-
options, Judge?
June 12 or June 18 for bench trial?
Oh, is one of those the ordinance
The
docket?
Romulus, Van Buren date,
Yeah, can we do the 18th?
What time?
11:30 on the 18th, because we are really booked on
Yep.
that.
So 11:30 on the 18th. All right. We're going to give you a notice. You just got to wait for Heather to put it together. I'm going to do that. But hold on a minute though. You've also got a court date coming up on June 12 with me on,
Yes, my little sister's job.
yeah, parental responsibility. So you know about that one.
Yeah, somewhat.
Well, I mean, you know, you got to be here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just have a seat. We'll get you a notice on that trial date and then we'll get you out of here.
Summers in fact,
That I can't find her in here.
Oh, I was just reading it off the plea agreement. Good court officer would have caught that when he pulled the file. Miss Summers, come on up. Are you going forward today without an attorney? All right, says here you're going to plead responsible to a civil infraction impeding traffic and the misdemeanor would be dismissed. Is that the deal? All right, fines and costs on the impeding traffic, $200. Can you pay it today? All right, go downstairs and see our cashier. Misdemeanor dismissed. Have a lovely day. Deanna Hill. All right. Ms. Hill, you're going forward without an attorney, correct? Says here that you're going to plead responsible to double parking. You've agreed to pay a fines and costs of $150. Is that true? Can you do that today? Next Wednesday? All right. Understand that we don't dismiss the misdemeanor until we get the 200 on the civil infraction. Understood? Any questions? You're all set.
I got two waiting on Mr. Bodie. I'm sorry, Mr. Haley. I got one waiting for a slip from Heather, and then.
All right. I got Henley's up here.
Have a second. Have a good day.
Thank you, on the better.
Let me pull you, okay? Mr. Richards has retained counsel.
Thank you.
John Richards, I'll swear.
Counsel, your appearance.
Alexander Hermanowski with, on behalf John Lewis Richards.
Thank you. All right, counsel, what's the plea?
Your Honor, there's been a resolution that Mr. Smith had a civil infraction for careless driving. Mr. Richard at this time agrees to this, he understands, he's doing it because he wants to, he's ready to admit responsibility for the civil infraction.
Thank you. Correct?
Yes.
I'll accept the responsible plea. Fines that cost $250. Can we take care of that today? $250. Now? Go downstairs and see our cashier. She's gonna smile when she takes your money. Have a good day, gentlemen. Misdemeanors dismissed.
Oh, okay, come on. Sure.
Oh, it's just a adjournment for civil infraction?
Well, the officer wants to see, the officer, the prosecutor did not see the disturbance yet. He did the friendly class, but he doesn't know if he wants to reduce it to, so he sees the detail of the case. Is that, I think that's.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes.
What's the name?
Easily.
Beasley?
Yeah, I think it's just a civil, I could be wrong, but it's written up on a civil infraction.
It's a record driving.
Oh, so, we're, okay.
Go ahead, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Attorney Phyllis Gate Robinson, P 71733, on behalf of Mr. Rick Beasley, who stands to my right. Okay, so can you please state your full name to record?
Beasley Jr.
Thank you. Beasley, B-E-L. When's our next Belleville? Or somebody's next Belleville?
T.
Who's that with?
10:20 or 10:30 on that one.
Okay, that works. So you won't have to come in the guilty on July 6th. Okay, Judge Martin. Okay.
All right, just have a seat. We'll get you a paper notice. Thank you, counsel.
Very much.
Your seat back, so, thank you.
Sure, all right. You cover push each step? Yep. Well, I see. Then, yes, thank you.
Did you see that last comment, Joe?
Yes, you are, Mark. Let me pronounce last name, son? I'm sorry? No, I can't read her right. So you can't read? Not her right. Oh, thank you. Now, Judge.
T? Gerald? Come on up. No, conditional bond. Did you post any cash? Okay. All right, prosecutors asked me to dismiss this. You understand that? That's okay with you? You're all set. Hey, if you can stop him as he's running around out there, tell Hadley I'm ready for his, two people that are in the courtroom whenever he can come in. Thanks.
Susie made ribs last night. Susan made ribs last night. She got ribs. On sale at Myers. One rack was $10. She bought 3 different racks and they were between $10 and $16 per rack. Pretty damn cheap, I said.
Yeah.
So I wish we had freezer space. I'd send you back and buy a bunch more. And she,
They,
I mean, bought that wide, yeah. And, she does them in the oven. I'm telling you, man. They were, I was trying to, I had wrapped them. I'm getting ready to cut them up so we can eat, and they're falling off the ball. Oh, they were falling.
we got rid of the other night, someone, and, I asked her, I'm like, do you want the, rest ribs and one? He goes, are they Dr. Pepper ribs? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, they don't eat them. His mom makes Dr. Pepper ribs and he hates them.
I've never had that.
I've never.
I know, I've heard of Dr. Pepper for doing barbecue.
The make, well, she
Like
might
in a
have
crock pot.
He doesn't not like it.
Wait.
Tiffany Harrison, come on up.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hey, Josh Evans, on behalf of Ms. Tiffany Harris. Please state your name for the record.
Final pretrial complainant to appear.
Did Ms. Henry have the date on there? I think she had mentioned it would be on August 6th.
August 6th. Who's that with?
Judge Martinsville,
What time are you gonna do it?
at 9:10.
All right, ma'am, just have a seat. We're gonna get you a paper notice for that August 6th date.
Okay.
There was one other, the white male in the back.
Yeah. Jason Camp.
Thank you, Josh. I have agree with Jack with you should his name in the record, see a approach to the podium here. Let's say your name, sir. Jason.
Thank you.
Wait for Randy arraignment, stand mute, out with the warrants for recall and some more stuff.
Nope.
So we have a resolution in this matter, Your Honor.
Sorry.
Go ahead and tell me about
Absolutely. So, both driving license, second offense and limited access, 11 to 15 are gonna be dismissed. My client's gonna be tendering a guilty plea with reduced charge, 0-point offense of no operator's license on person.
Sir, do you understand your rights and the options they present? You understand the possible penalty for no valid operator's license on person? Are you pleading guilty to that charge today? Doing so freely and voluntarily? Did you in fact drive a vehicle on March 12, 2026 in Romulus while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss both your original charges. You working?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you work?
I'm a sheriff for 20 years.
All right. Busy right now, I bet. Yeah. What's the status of your license?
So actually, it's revoked currently. And I've given him both, reference to what I've sent him to top attorneys for license restorations, as well as the Secretary of State. I don't know what they call that number anymore. The 517 number where a human being actually answers the driver info line.
Right.
So what I've suggested is starting with the driver info line, just get kind of the blueprint of what needs to be done. He's got my number. Again, if we can't get him paired up with somebody in the private department who can help him, I'm happy to kind of, we talked about Operation Drive. I just don't think he's
Good.
a fit based on what he needs to get done and what we can do.
Yeah.
But he's aware of what needs to get done, we're gonna work on.
Let me ask you a question, because I'm going to give you a different spin than he did. Maybe.
Maybe.
Off the top of your head, what do you think it's cost you not to have a license? I don't, since you lost your license, what do you think it cost you in lost work opportunities?
$1,000 for the last one, and then you're talking, I think, $400 almost a day, so I mean, there's more.
It's cost you thousands of dollars. Right. So here's what I tell people all the time. I know it's money and it's not cheap, but in your case especially, because you have the ability to make real good money, hire an attorney. And I would go hire one now and say, you tell me what I got to be doing now so that when we finally get a chance to sitting down in front of those appeal people, they give me my license back. Because what I see so many times over the last almost 30 years now is people try to do it on their own. They think because they've talked to all their buddies, they've done the research online, everything else. So they think they've got to do all this. And they go in for the hearing and they show that I did all this. And then hearing officer says, okay, that's all great. Now I want you to do this, and this. We'll come back in 6 months. We'll see where you're at then. If you hire somebody that does a lot of license restorations, the chances of you getting some privileges the first time you're there go up exponentially. So even if they charge you $4,000, in the end, you're going to be money ahead, because if you had a license for that 6 months that they make you come back, you'd make more than $4,000. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just pulling numbers out of the air. Okay. So that's my lecture.
It's in my, before I even started lecturing, Hammer getting him at 6 feet, she actually initiated a conversation.
Yeah.
Talking about Operation Drive. It's just like, man, I really want to get this.
Yeah.
So that
And
was,
there's a lot of attorneys out there that really specialize in this stuff, and they know the hearing officers, they know how to sell you, because that's what you're doing. You're selling, this is not the guy that got the ticket way back when that caused me to lose my license. This is a new version, right? All right, so back to business. Anything else before I sentence on the no valid operator's license? Anything else before I sentence you?
No, I don't know, we've said 30 years, but key of that, I've been sitting here trying, I've done big work, and I've tried, that big tanker for driver responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah,
I really.
it's cost you lots of money. Yeah. All right. So normally I would order on this charge, I would order you to do work program, but I'm not bringing you all the way back from Whitmore Lake. So, I'll let you do community service, which means you hook up with a charity. Anybody that's registered as a charity with the IRS. So church, soup kitchen, Salvation Army, you've got some skills. So what I would suggest you do is try to find some place that you can, use your special skill set for that charity. Got it? All right. So what I'm going to order is 30 hours community service. And I know this is your time to make hay because of sunshine and season. So I'm going to give you a long time. So what I would suggest you do is find some charity where you can do something for them last minute. It's like, oh, it's raining today. Can't get on a roof today. I'm going to show up at ABC charity and bang that out. All right. So I'm going to give you until September 1st to get 30 hours done. Listen to me. That's way more generous than I usually am. So don't abuse that.
No, I appreciate it.
All right. Now, on the money, it's $500. Can you pay that today or do you need to talk options?
I'll set up a payment arrangement, but I'll probably come in with a week.
We'll always take money early. Go downstairs and set something up with them. Good luck with your license, sir.
Once he's got verification of the hours, we just haven't.
Yeah, thank you. I missed that. Just official letterhead from whatever the charity is that shows, guy showed up on such and such a day, did 5 hours, showed up the next day and did 2 more. Get that letter to us. You can bring it in or you can email it to us. Just go to our website and it's contact us and it'll show you how to do that. And you can always keep his number because he's here all the time. So if you send us a fax or you send us an email and you don't get anything back and you start to get nervous, contact him and say, could you make sure they got what I sent them? All right. Good luck. Cohen. Jury trial. Romulus. You're welcome, sir. Mr. Hadley.
Your Honor, Attorney Josh, stating in MIDC, Mr. Samuel Dalla. With my your permission to appear on Mr. Dalla's behalf for today's hearing.
Yes,
All right, please state your name for the record.
Laura Coleman.
Thank you. Miss Manarino. YouTube, I will live stream the
Yes,
mock
Judge.
trial if they give me permission, and I'm sure they will.
You will, I'm sorry, you would what?
I was talking to my YouTube base.
Oh,
When is it?
We're setting a jury trial for Cohen.
yes, Judge.
It's a Thursday, Angela, unless you can think of another date that you're already here.
I can't hear Heather, Judge.
She said July 30th, Angela.
Oh, okay, let me look, hold on. Do we have something else set that day?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay, let me look. Yeah, that would work.
I'm not trying to complicate things, but there is a possibility after, Laura and Mr. Dalla speak, they may make the, informed decision to change this to a bench trial. We did discuss that today. Pros and cons of both. I think you guys will have an answer back from council.
You're gonna be talking to him.
I already did today.
Yeah,
But in the middle of things today, I think.
I just need to know that soon, so we can use this day.
100%, guys.
Okay, all right. Ma'am, just have a seat. We'll get you a paper notice.
Will be.
Is it Poirier? How do you say it?
Poirier.
Poirier, come on up, man.
Your Honor, for the records, they're about to carry out Avalon and with the support of man. Could you tell the judge your name, the record, please?
Sarah Poirier.
Thank you.
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for Raymond in this Wake form reading standing. We also have an executed plea agreement in which the court is legally responsible for adding down double parking and agree to assess a bond fine of
Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
How soon can you pay the two?
I actually just made up some work stuff last week. I can earn $20, so I was wondering if I could possibly make an arrangement until Thursday.
Next week? 28th, right?
Okay.
All right, understand that the misdemeanor doesn't get kicked until we get that paid. We just gotta put this on ice until then. And it looks like you've got another case coming up on May 28th. You know about that. Okay. You're all set. You're welcome. Mr. Bowditch, you ready on Nassar?
Ready, Brian? Now you're on the fourth record, Jeff, about straight on behalf of. Sir, you tell the judge on name and record.
Thank you.
Your Honor, today is date and time, set for reading this, I have a form reading. And we also got a chance to retry this case. In this matter, Mr. Nassar, when I plead.
Mr. Bowditch. Courtroom. She is. Yep. Nice. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Your Honor, we can plead against this bad account allowing unlicensed vehicle with the understanding the original part of the use.
Okay. Sir, do you understand your rights and options? You understand the possible penalty for this added charge? Are you pleading guilty to the charge freely and voluntarily today? All right. Did you drive a vehicle in Belleville on February 21, 2026? And on that day, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch? So is the court. I'll accept the plea and dismiss the original charge. What should I know about this gentleman before I sentence him?
Great strides and we got tickets. That's all it was.
Good.
Some, ignoring some tickets.
A little bit of young and dumb going on? You working? Where you working? Okay. How long you been there?
Just started last week.
Good. Full time? Part time? How many hours? 9? That's not even a job. That's like a hobby. Where do you live? You're a local guy. All right. So before you get out of here, go down and see Mr. Taylor. What are they paying? Well, that's not bad. How close are you to getting your license back? Go see Mr. Taylor because he keeps track of everybody in our area that's hiring. Find out what he's got. I'm assuming they've got you on some kind of probation to see if you're worth putting more time into. So see if you can find something else that you can kind of keep, play them one against the other. Find a couple jobs like that may be part-time, and then see which one's got the fastest pay raises schedule. But go see him. He'll give you some information. All right. Anything else before I sentence on this file?
Nothing.
Okay. Anything you want to add, sir? Okay. All right. And you're into us already for a lot of money. Old stuff, equipment violations. You do not have a payment plan with us now? You do have a payment plan? Have you made any payments? Oh, that's why this paperwork's 2 weeks old. Okay. All right. So today's fines and costs you can add into that payment plan. So on this file, because you've got a show cause fee, the money is $550. Normally I'm ordering 4 days on the court work program. What I want you to do is bang those 4 days out like boom, 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 boom. So if you get a chance for a job, this is not stopping you. Okay. You pick the days. Questions? All right. Go see Mr. Taylor. Good luck. You're welcome. Aldrich. Look at her. Hey, she's pushing me for files. She's like, oh, I'll send you five more breaks.
Here on behalf of and April. Did you tell them again? Chelsea Albert.
Thank you, ma'am.
State time set for Raymond in this matter, but it's not agreed with standing. We also had a cast driver's station. In this matter, this Aldrich would be pleading guilty. The civil infraction of impeding traffic with the understanding that the criminal charges will be dismissed.
Ms. Aldrich, is that correct? All right. I will accept your plea of responsible to the impeding traffic, and I will dismiss both the original charges. Fines that cost $200. Can you pay that today?
It's Friday.
29th. You may. Understand that this is just kind of on ice until that happens. Any questions? Have a nice day. You're welcome so much. Kyle, is it Kegel? Come on up. Watch it. Mr. Cagle, are you going forward without a court-appointed attorney? Miss Cagle, I'm sorry. Are you puddling it down there? Sorry. All right, I've got a piece of paper here. It says you talked to the prosecutor? Oh, she's asked me to dismiss the case. I'm assuming that's okay with you. All right, this case is dismissed. That's the good news. You got to get the bad news now. You owe us money on some other stuff. I've got $264 on a prohibited parking ticket out of Romulus from 2024. Can you pay that today or make some kind of payment arrangements? Okay. Okay.
Probably a couple surgeries.
Okay.
Surgery in 2 weeks. If you can give me some time, I can make things, I can pay within a reasonable time.
I just want you to make a commitment today. You don't have to have any money today. So I'm okay with the payment plan starting in July. Do you want just to have a due date or you want to make payments? Okay. So $264 by August 1? You sure? Thanks, Jamie. Okay. All right. We're not giving you any paperwork. Just put it in your phone. All right. Good luck with your surgery. Thank you. How about Alex Blessings? Mr. Blessings, are you going forward today without an attorney? Good morning. I've got a piece of paper that says you're going to plead responsible to double parking, a civil infraction. You've agreed to pay fines at cost of, is that $145? All right. And if I accept that plea, then I'm going to dismiss the misdemeanor. And is that your deal? That's what you want to do? All right. Can you pay the $145 today? How about next Friday, the 29th? So it gives you a week from tomorrow.
But if it's okay, Monday, after.
You want to go to the Monday after?
Yeah.
So you want to go to,
Like 3 days later from that Friday.
yeah, I'll give you till the 31st. You're all set.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Do I need to talk to anyone?
No, you're all set. Just take off. Come back with your money.
So that in the fee, because it's $150 bond, you would get this, she'll only like $5. And she can pay it. Sweet.
Is that impeding or double?
And fee.
Yeah, remind me to ask them if I can live stream today. I'm sure they'll let me. It's
don't-
better.
You're not in charge of the Zoom.
Oh, maybe not.
You're just joining. So that's a good thing. So you told her $200. Are we just gonna drop it at the 195?
Strangle my daughter. She just sent me a text about how she's wanting another baby or two. I'm like, I'm the one that told you not to do what he did.
Oh, no. Get another dog.
Well, that's the other thing she's talking about. I said, reverse his best open.
No, money.
Yeah.
She said,
The civil infraction, be still let down,
with an L?
Yes.
Come on up, sir.
It was one of the formal hearings for this morning, John.
Okay, yeah. You're just, excuse me, you're gonna plead to a 5 over speeding and we're dismiss the
Over
original.
there, should be on the podium. Thank you.
Oh,
Sir, we're gonna dismiss the original ticket. You're gonna plead to 5 over?
sir.
The deal. You just made a deal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're gonna plead to 5 over speeding? Okay, and fines and costs on that at 130. Pay it today. Go downstairs.
Well, the ticket is already paid.
Oh, you posted a bond?
Yes.
Go downstairs. Actually, we don't need him for anything then, do we? Have a nice day. That's it. Did you find it? You didn't find the paperwork yet, did you?
Oh, no, I just crossed them off. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay.
No, weren't files.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh, I think this is it. Mason.
So that first one's this,
Okay, I got some here, Judge.
Name?
Lizette, Cody Lizette.
This was pure genius, putting these files up high like this.
I like it.
Yeah, who else you got? Who you
I
got, Tim?
have, that's Lizette Cody. Then I have Sterling.
Like so?
This body outside or the inside. Okay, good, thank you. Sterling.
S's are a problem today. All right, I got Sterling.
And then Solinsky, S and O. Yeah.
Angela?
The other one is Peterson. Which the Derek.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, Cody Lizette.
Six four nine one seven.
Thank you.
Dominic scheduled for arraignment and pre-trial, so let's set arraignment and waive all reading. We are requesting an additional pre-trial, be getting some discovery around from the city attorney.
Okay. Heather, Belleville, pretrial?
Is it possible to have another day from?
Yeah, no.
Well, big time from the people to begin with. Is there another day that I could get on?
Oh, so you don't want July 6th?
I'll take on that one case just because we need to.
Just the other one we need to.
But yeah, I think Angela was saying it's September first.
No. Is that Belleville and ambulance?
I should say that, my bad.
No, but you might be right. I think it is September 1st.
Time?
9:30?
That's Martin, correct?
That's March.
Okay, Mr. Lizette, just have us, oh, no, don't have a seat yet. Let's talk money. You got a payment plan with us? Got a payment coming up on June 2? Okay. All right, now have a seat. We'll get you notice. Sorry. Sterling.
If you would be 649 and stuff, then we have them still in state. Still, please stop with everything.
Thank you.
Arraignment and pre-trial, so let's reading.
Thank you. I'll enter not guilty plea. September 1,
Appreciate it.
9:30 again? Ms. Sterling, are you working?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not done with you yet.
I mean, she is employed, Ron, this would be a first offense, blood. 0.06, 3 over in the prior anything. She's here today on her own accord. She will be back again. I've already talked.
A 0.06?
0.06. Very interested to see what the discovery says.
Me too.
That's probable cause for the stop, I believe, is headlights.
Yeah. Was there a blood test?
No.
Breath test. Okay.
So
All right. Okay. So are you working? Where at? All right. I'm going to put you on a personal bond. First two conditions are pretty obvious. You stay out of trouble when you show up in court when you're supposed to be here. You can do that. All right. Or show up on Zoom when you're supposed to do that. All right. Third condition is do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. So that means no alcohol, no marijuana. Can you live with that? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond? Any questions? Now have a seat. We'll get you notice. Christopher Smolinski.
Good morning, Tim Fuel, P 649 printed on behalf of Studinsky, State of my office. And your honor, this time they accepted for this resolution, so it's sort of.
Yep. All right, Mr. Smolinski, it looks like you're going to plead responsible to a civil infraction. And you've agreed to pay fines at cost of $250.
Yeah.
Can you pay that today? Go downstairs, get a smile out of our cashier, and we'll get you on your way. The misdemeanor is dismissed when that gets paid. You're welcome. Derek Peterson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Peterson, are you going forward today without an attorney?
Go on adjourn. They said it was gonna be adjourned for me.
Yeah, but that's part two. Part one is, are you doing this without an attorney?
Oh,
Okay. All right, we'll adjourn this, that's Belleville. How far out you want to go?
We can do 10:40.
Who's that with? All right, so that'll be on Zoom, July 16th, 10:40. You can do that? All right. Are you working, sir?
I'm going on.
Okay. Do you understand the possible penalty for this charge? And do you understand the rights you have and the options those rights give you? All right, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea for you. I'm also gonna put you on a personal bond. So the first two conditions are stay out of trouble and show up for your court date. Third condition is don't purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. No marijuana, no alcohol. Can you live with those rules? Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you mess that up? Any questions? Just have a seat till we get you your notice and then you're on your way.
I go further. I'm gonna get one of the guys downstairs, you tell Joe next time he's at, or tell John next time he's at. I start wearing that ID because Judge was in a bad mood yesterday and he gave me a write-up because he was walking around without an ID.
And that would hurt his soul.
I told her, I said, he just thinks Jamie's the greatest in the world. If he thought he got Jamie a write-up,
I mean, he's a swell guy. I mean, he's a good guy for them. Yeah, he'd never be right to the core for him. Oh, he'd be like, oh, geez, Mr. Jamie, I don't know that.
mm-hmm.
Hey, so that door was dragging the other day in the.
Yeah.
Over there now, it's not temperature, because it was a hot day. So I went there,
That's just crazy because you wouldn't think concrete and that aluminum would need that
I
much.
just was scrolling back there, I said, watch, it's fine, that, sure enough, open and close, no problem. I said, it had to do with the heat and that.
You wouldn't think concrete, I mean, wood swells. But it's not like it's that extreme temperature changes.
Well, it was
It was 20
92,
degrees.
93 with
Yeah,
the
20 degrees.
Imagine, we don't really think affects us from this heat, from the being cold, we can imagine it having a huge effect.
Yeah, I bet it does more than we know.
But today, I'm ready for a timeout. We taking time out still? Oh, jeez. That was pretty good.
It was
I'm going to.
that why.
You just gotta do it when he, oh, I love it, yes. Mr. Peterson, next court date is Thursday, yes, it's on the show, so you can work from home, use your ID, log in at 10:30. Like, I'm gonna configure, that big rooms, we'll do the best to get you in there to accomplish. Hey, right now, you too.
Yeah. Sure. Are we? Yep. Who's they? Oh, yeah, probably, yeah, if he's able. Or they can just sit out in the lobby. Yeah. Or they can see what happens. All right, bye. What do the rules say about having a vape? And if he's not on a bond?
I mean, it's legal. Unless we got something in our rules that says something about it.
Do not bring contraband with you.
It's not contraband. Marijuana is legal.
Contraband is legal.
We got to know if he's on a bond condition. Because if he's not,
Got a bond condition.
there's no sense bringing them all in off the street.
Judge doesn't think it's a violation. So they can take,
It's not contraband.
are they allowed to take cigarettes, you said? Or it's just no alcohol? He said it's not contraband.
Unless he's been ordered not to have it, then it's a problem.
Dave doesn't want him smoking inside the vehicles. The guy sitting his pen in the vehicle.
Well, then just tell him to stop, and if he doesn't, then he's just
He
direct.
told him this morning.
Oh, well, then he can bring him in. It's not the vape, it's just he's not listening to what he's being told.
Told that he can't do that, right? And that's said that he gives him a whole spiel.
Yeah, so it's not the vape, it's the fact that he's doing what he's been told not to.
So he tells everybody, no vape, no alcohol. no
Morning.
cigarettes, no. If he hasn't.
Here, counsel.
Then yes, you.
Thanks.
But if he did not.
Thanks.
We should approach.
Yeah, so, just have Dave talk to judge.
Yeah.
And find the rules and everything, right?
All right, Mr. Perkins, come on up, sir. Sir, are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Pardon me, sir?
Are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Yeah.
All right. You've met with the prosecutor?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a little bit confused by what he wrote. So I think what he's trying to do is you're going to plead to a charge that's not currently on your file, allowing an unlicensed driver to operate. If I accept that plea, it looks like he wants all three of the charges to go away that were issued on March 10th. Is that what your understanding was? Okay. All right. Do you understand your rights and your options? Do you understand the possible penalty of allow unlicensed driver to operate? Understanding the possible penalty, understanding your rights and options, are you pleading guilty to that charge today freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Perkins, did you drive a vehicle on March 10, 2026 in Belleville?
Yeah.
At that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yeah.
I'll accept your plea to the added charge. I'll dismiss the original charge. What's the status of your license now?
I'm gonna give it back.
All right. Are you revoked?
Yeah.
Because of drinking and driving in your past? Have you hired an attorney?
Got the only second page there was.
Okay,
I tried it.
all right. Is there anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you today?
No, sir.
Are you working or not?
Social Security.
All right. How long has it been since you worked?
10 years.
Long time? Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to consider?
No, sir.
All right. Fines and costs are $500. Can you pay that today or do you need to talk about options? Sir, if you go downstairs, get in line for the cashier, she'll probably smile when she takes your money and we'll get you out of here.
Absolutely.
We can do plastic. Yeah, there's a fee, but I can't tell you what it is.
Motor with a cash.
She can tell you. Yeah. You're welcome, sir. Good luck with your license. Mr. Hadley, your appearance for Nearly Peterson.
You're gonna be having Miss Brenda.
Come on up, ma'am.
Please state your name and the record.
I would have so much fun with your name. I'm almost Peterson. I'm Nearly Peterson. Not quite. Good morning. Tell me about the plea.
So Your Honor, Ms. Peterson and I had a chance to pre-try the matter today, and we have reached a resolution. Ms. Peterson, who stands before the court with her first criminal offense, is elected to avail herself of the plea offer, the operating while intoxicated with high BAC. The,
Yep.
pleading guilty to operating while physically impaired.
All right. Ma'am, did you discuss your rights and options with him? You understand all those rights and options? And do you understand? Take a couple deep breaths.
People who don't care are the ones that are concerned. People who do, it's a good sign.
Yeah, that right there tells me we're probably not gonna have any trouble with you. Take your time. Just seriously, deep breaths. He's already told you this, but I'm gonna tell you, you are not going to jail. The only way you're going to jail on this file is if you tell me, Judge, I don't care what you tell me to do, I'm gonna do what I want to do. That ain't you. All right, so just, okay, we'll get through this. Might be your first rodeo, but we've been through it before. We'll get you through this. Okay?
I there's stress that just the unknown of what's the make.
I can only imagine.
Sure.
Yep. I can pretty much guarantee what's gonna happen. So and I'll tell you that. I'll give you a prediction. All right? But let's get there first. So you understand your rights and options, and you understand the possible penalty. And today you've decided what's best for you is to plead guilty to this new charge, correct? All right, and are you gonna do that today freely and voluntarily? All right, so did you drive a vehicle in Romulus on February 3rd? Before you drove, did you drink alcohol? Was it a breath test or blood test?
Was a blood test.
Okay, all right. And was your blood test 0.17 or more? Are you satisfied? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna dismiss the original charge. I'm gonna accept your plea to the added charge. I'm gonna send you downstairs and you're gonna go to the probation counter. They're gonna schedule for you to come back and sit down with a very nice probation officer who's gonna do an interview, have you answer a bunch of questions. Based on that interview, she's gonna put together a report and a recommendation for sentencing. When you come back for that sentencing date, and you'll know when that is when you leave here today, you'll know when you're coming back. When you come back for that sentencing day, you're gonna have a chance to talk to Mr. Hadley or one of the people that work with him and go over that whole report. Then you'll come in front of me and we'll talk about that report and anything else you want to talk about before I decide what your sentencing is going to be. And I can pretty much guarantee what the second sentencing recommendation is going to be. I'm probably going to put you on probation for a period of time. I'm probably going to send you out for some kind of alcohol assessment. to see if you've got some kind of an alcohol issue that we need to be dealing with. Maybe there'll be some education component in it, all right? You're not gonna go to jail. There'll be some money. We'll work with you on payments on the money. All right? That's probably the extent of your probation requirements. Stay out of trouble. Maybe I'll have you do some work days or some community service. We can talk about that later. But you're not going to jail unless you say, Judge, the hell with what you want me to do. I'm going to do it my way. And that is not you. That is not you. So you have nothing to worry about jail-wise. Do you have any questions?
Driver's license, her and I are gonna work through that together. It's a little unclear from where we're at right now, if the officers are alleging if there was refusal.
Okay,
That's
okay.
explain to her what that 1 year, license and
Yeah.
stuff look like. She does have a ID card that was issued by the state, so that gives me a little bit of pause and kind of say, may
yeah.
suspend if they gave you an ID.
Yeah.
But she's gonna go to the Secretary of State, she's gonna meet with them, explain that
Well,
the plea and the license are two separate things.
yeah, but maybe she needs to set up the hearing because,
There may have been an issue about what happened.
and if they don't show up,
Correct.
she wins.
You know where I'm at with those kind of things.
Yeah.
My client and I made a connection here today, so.
Good, good. Yeah, don't be afraid to call him if you got any quick. If you wake up in the middle of the night worrying about something, then call him the next day and he'll walk you, he'll talk you in off the ledge. Okay?
That I used to work for the airport, don't call contractor for Delta Airlines. I lost my job.
Okay,
Take full responsibility.
okay, right, right.
I got bleeding.
Yeah, and you're a local lady, so she should probably talk to Avery before she leaves. We got a guy downstairs that can probably point you in the right direction to get a job. All right? What else? Oh, I need to put you on a personal bond. So, the first condition is you stay out of trouble. The second condition is you come back when we tell you to be here. And the third condition is you don't purchase, possess, or consume any marijuana or alcohol. So no mood altering substances unless you've got a doctor's prescription. You can live with those rules? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess that up? Do you have any questions now? All right, you're just gonna go downstairs and wait for him to call your name up to the probation counter and get those dates. Good luck, ma'am. You're welcome.
My number on her, should I give her?
Yeah, just give her something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't give her notice.
I'm gonna text you.
Okay.
And then that way we pull your phone out later.
The next one, good. MOTT.
Come on up, man. Are you going forward without an attorney today? Okay. Did you read your rights? You understand all that? You understand the options those rights give you? Do you understand the possible penalty for this added charge? Understanding that, are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today? Did you drive a vehicle on February 11, 2026 in Romulus? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time? I will accept your plea to the added charge. I will dismiss the original dismiss the original charge in keeping with your agreement with the prosecutor's office, and I will sentence you. So let's find out some more about you. Are you working? Who do you work for and where do you work? Or how long you been there? How long?
I'll be there for 2 years in October.
Okay.
Just return back to work, but I've been there for 2 years.
All right. Yeah, you've been with UPS for a while. You're just back to work with them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. And what's the status of your license now?
She just let me know that my license on current suspended. I wasn't aware of that because I literally, I got pulled over by Romulus because I know my license was suspended when I was driving then.
Right.
I pulled over, I went to court, I paid Westland, and my license was back current.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like you need to go to Secretary of State and find out what you need to do. Okay. All right. And it looks like you owe us money here on some other stuff.
I do have to get that to here.
All right. So I'm going to send you downstairs. They can tell you what your options are down there, payments, due date, whatever you need to talk about for options. All right. Anything else before I sentence on today's file? You're welcome. All right, so fines and costs, $550. Work program, 4 days. So I assess work program as an alternative to jail. Currently, we're running that program Monday through Friday and some Saturdays. Are we doing every Saturday yet? I don't think we're doing every Saturday yet. Are we doing every Saturday?
It's something to go to, I in the morning.
8 o'clock. So you gotta pick days when you can be here at 8 o'clock.
I work Tuesday and Saturday.
Okay, so you could give us Mondays? Okay, so we, schedule like every other Monday until it's done, okay? And then as far as the money, just go down, with that, you're gonna owe us about $1,400, so just talk about options. Any questions?
Another thing is I tried to talk to her about my payment range, but she was saying that she don't know if I'm able to get a payment range unless I have 50, which I don't have right now, to start the other payment next year.
Well, you're only gonna have one payment arrangement with us. We're gonna put everything in one pot,
Oh, okay.
all right? So go down there and just discuss all your options, okay?
They have $50 to have the initial one, but because of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
But I'm.
Sway that council.
What's the name?
Sure, I'm here, just
Brooke?
judge, but I see if there's anything.
Yeah, she's got some money. All right, Ms. Graham, I've got a piece of paper in front of me now that says dismiss the charge from March 10, 2026. I'm assuming that's okay with you. All right, so that's the good news. The bad news is you owe us money on some other stuff. Well, let's see what we got. All right, we got a 2023 parking violation. Looks like it's probably out of the airport for 194. Are you in a position to pay that or get some kind of payment plan set up on that? All right. Go downstairs and they'll talk to you about what your options are. Have a good day. Yeah, you're all set.
Midwest Property Management.
Did you cross that last lady?
I did, sir.
Thank you. Are you an attorney? Okay. This is a dismissal.
We have a land contract owners. People that we have a land contract with, they can take notices.
What do you mean land contract owner? You mean you're the seller on a land contract? Okay, so what's your question?
Why don't, the people that are buying it, how can I fix it so they can get notices like this? Cause we got the notice and we forwarded to them,
Right.
and it's a recorded land contract.
Have you talked to the prosecutor about that issue?
And he said, you may, be able to see to it, and he said, if not, downstairs, we'll be able to handle it.
Downstairs not gonna help you, and I can't help you because I don't issue the tickets. So it's through the city of Belleville, right? But I want to warn you, you're an LLC or corporation. You can't represent the company in a court of law because you're not an attorney. If this was not a dismissal today, I would have said, ma'am, go away, come back on another day with an attorney. Because the LLC is a separate legal entity. So I wouldn't let you come in here and represent your sister because that's practicing law without a license. It's the same thing. All right. And I'll be perfectly honest, some courts are pretty lax on that. I'm not. Okay. So just fair warning. But if you go to the city of Belleville, and I'm not, you're going to end up at the police department. So just tell them you have a question about how their ordinance officer determines who gets a ticket and just ask them. It's like, look, my name's still involved on the title, but there's a recorded land contract showing somebody else is responsible for the property. See what they can do. And they might say, we send letters to both parties and whoever shows up, shows up. I don't know. All right. Good luck.
Six more people.
That one that popped off today is with Kinga, right?
Is that the state court person?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I sent her an email that said, are we on today?
Oh, yeah, because last time.
YouTube wants to watch. Are you okay with that? And do we have the ability to live stream? So we'll see.
Nice.
I thought we were frozen. False alarm. Judge is just catatonic.
I got what's program things in piano. Vanessa comes back, she goes, that's not right. She goes, so he's saying that, I hope because marijuana is legal. She goes, so you're saying that Dave can just hit his vape pen, his marijuana pen and drive his people around?
Well, no, because the law says you can't vape while you're driving. And the law says you can't be using while you're driving. But it's not illegal for an adult to walk around with a marijuana vape or a marijuana pipe or anything else.
But it was hitting it.
You should put it in our rules then.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you just never thought of it. You
Right.
should put it in our rules. And I'm okay if, you know, if the people supervising want to say, I don't want them smoking cigarettes while I'm.
Oh, and cross your fingers, this afternoon, we are, what is it? Hannah, show me, we're taking a plea. I gotta get you put in jail for 180 days.
On your own.
Yo, man, yeah, we're taking a plea.
Is he out?
No, he's still in, but his attorney's been downtown talking to him and everything.
Who was that?
They were some, I don't know, Trevor and Alex. I don't know,
Okay.
but,
When was that scheduled?
the jury trial is scheduled for Tuesday.
Oh, that's when I
They're
got all the
coming in
people.
the final pretrial today.
Is that the only one scheduled for Tuesday?
No,
Okay.
the other one is Angela and Jeff are trying to work out a plea on theirs. But I
Well,
told,
that's all right, because if we have a trial, it'll be Angela and Jeff, and you want to give me a hard time if I've only got a pool of, 14.
yeah,
I've excused at least a half a dozen people last week.
well, and then I realized I scheduled one for July 2nd. We're gonna run the same thing. It's 4th of July weekend. But, I let the attorney for Shelmer, I told him he can jump on Zoom because Shelmer's gonna be.
Yeah, it's fine. That wasn't Angela, was it? Was that a Van Buren ticket?
It's Huron, and we have Huron this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Huron, Sumter, Belleville this afternoon.
We got Belleville in the morning and the afternoon both?
Because our afternoon is Zoom, that
Oh,
special docket
yeah.
is Zoom and parental responses.
Yeah, this guy, I don't think I've seen this guy before, have I? The guy that's prosecuted for Belleville today?
I think you have.
Huh?
Yeah. Last time, let me tell you what happened last time. He must have forgotten it wasn't his, he had a schedule, so he came in jeans and a zip up hoodie. Cause I went on to the room and he sat back there the whole time. I think it was one of our specialty
Yeah.
documents, so he was.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Oh, that's what it was, good dude. I told you about my friend who had unity yesterday. I forgot, I'm gonna text her last night to find out what happened.
Fuzzies came.
I'd like to borrow a file, please.
Which one?
Big, it's one of the,
SI?
yeah. Just like, can we get notified? The inside?
No, none of the agreement.
No, oh, the formals?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cause I wouldn't know how to find it.
That they're notified.
Okay.
Can put on please.
Yes. Yeah, okay, it's. Carol, here, see, Steve was telling me it's not checked, and I'm like, well, I can't tell from the photocopy. It looks like he checked the operator, but Carol said he has to be out, so. And you told me that.
I think we need to check it.
You think what?
We can check.
Yeah. Well, can you, yeah, can you confirm?
Yes. Might just look at the.
You right for me, the one, that most some of you should be. Oh, there you go. It's an all.
File this.
Name?
Jackson.
Ah.
Willie.
Yeah, we got 2 Jacksons today. Come on up, fellas. Actually, Mr. Jackson, stay there. We're just gonna adjourn this one, council. We'll get you a notice for September 1, sir.
This is just a show cause for. The show cause for Mr. Dominique Charles, Sumster Township case here.
Yes, Judge, they, miss.
You said Dominic Charles?
Dominic. It's based on.
Okay. What time we're gonna do September 1 for this adjournment?
9:40.
That would be great. And I think quite frankly, Your Honor, this case will resolve itself before then. He's got some
Okay.
paperwork with him that showed Mr. Hurley last time. So
Okay. And what's the name on your Sumter case?
Charles.
Dominique?
Yes, sir.
So what do?
Right, right.
All right, so Sumter's gonna be here this afternoon, right? Somebody's gonna be here tomorrow, this afternoon. Yeah. So she got a bad notice. Sumter's gonna be here this afternoon, not this morning. So, Mr. Charles,
You want to come back?
you want to come back? Well, you're gonna have to come back at some point. So it's either later today or some other date. What time we gotta start at 1?
1 o'clock, we gotta start.
So be here at 1:45, 12:30 is getting, mind.
I can promise we'll make sure that if you're here before 1, we'll make sure the attorney sees this file first.
Well, because he's here, now that I can talk to, is Mr. Bodish gonna be working?
Well, yeah, but if Bowditch is working with people that are scheduled this morning, I don't want to,
I can circle back and tie it all together. Mr. Hurley's gonna.
are you sure?
I won't be here, but I'll talk to Jeff right now and
Perfect.
I'll send Mr. Hurley a text.
Perfect.
Just say, he make sure he gets first because they.
Okay.
12:45, you be here? Well, you're not to send a text message to the city attorney right now, so he's gonna be looking for you right away. You good with that? All right. Perfect.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And just make sure you, at 12, he's wearing quite a down. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Is Grace never does for the bottom? No, I actually need Carol. Where's Carol at? Yeah, they keep it.
Just let me know. Thank you.
Well, I was new in line.
Name?
Okay, that sounds good, thank you.
I got an Austin thick.
TH?
It looks like.
You kidding me? I got Dennis that.
Yeah, maybe that's, what's the number on it? I got a Belleville 26132. That's it. Wow. We did that. Oh, cause he gave him the middle name.
It's right file.
Then I got a, it's like a Demon Charles.
Charles?
What's
This one that you have in your hand that's coming back.
Charles?
I just did Charles, but I
That was Dominique.
Yeah, that's gotta be the same one.
Yeah,
See, 416,
Who's the Charles one?
the numbers aren't matching, but I can't. There's another,
This is, yeah.
okay, here's a Dominique Charles right here.
Yeah, he adjourned that one, so that one,
What do we figure that name out to be?
I think it's Charles. Civil infraction though. I
the,
only have,
it's the Dominique,
All I have is a Dominic Charles. I don't have any of the Charles.
look at this patient.
is it Diamond LaBelle Charles?
Okay, well, the problem is, we need to know why we don't have the actual ticket in this file. Right,
I can't even read the number.
No,
I think it's 416.
it is.
that's what I'm getting. You want me to go back and talk to him? I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I don't,
Let's move on.
what else you got?
Rucker.
Marv?
First of Jasmine.
Rucker?
Whitby. I crossed, here's Rucker. Then Kevin Whitby, I got, I told them, I'm trying to figure out who these is.
Dennis Thick? Sir, are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney? Are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney? Says here you're going to plead responsible to a civil infraction impeding traffic and a misdemeanor from March 18 would be dismissed. Is that your deal? That's the way you want to resolve today? Fines it cost $200. Can you pay that today?
Okay, well, the problem is,
Go downstairs. The cashier will smile when she takes your money. We'll get you out of here as soon as we can. You're welcome, sir. You as well. Rucker.
There you're on, for the record, Jeffrey Bowles, here, half of it.
Morning.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who for not Charles?
So, for the arrangement of the matter, we send you. This matter is for, can't give it to that, allowing an unlicensed driver.
Good.
With the understanding the original charge would be dismissed.
All right, ma'am, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch today? Understand all that? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge? And understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to that charge?
Yeah.
I mean, you decided this is best for you. It's not because he said, hey, you got to do this. I got to get something to eat. No problem. No problem. But it's, you've decided it's best for you. Okay. So on August 12, 2025, did you drive a vehicle in Romulus? At that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept the plea if you're satisfied, Mr. Bowditch. I'll dismiss the original charge. What should I know about Miss Rucker before I sentence her?
I believe she's accomplished all she needs to get her license.
Okay. Any idea how close you are? Oh, you got it. You got it back. Good. Good. Are you working? Delta, how long you been with Delta? Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to know before I sentence you today? All right. Are you on a payment plan with us now? Current? Okay, looks like your next one's due June 15th? Okay. All right, so today's money, you can just roll into that if you want to. I mean, you can always make extra payments. We'll take it. All right. What kind of shift do you work? What days of the week? What do you do for Delta? Okay. Oh my gosh, you must be as patient as. So what days do you work?
Monday, Tuesday. No, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay. Okay. All right. So every Wednesday's off? Okay. All right. So on this file, what I do is I give you fines and costs. In your case, it's $600. And like I said, we can roll that into that payment plan. And then on these charges, I order 4 days on the work program in lieu of any jail time. You pick which 4 days. right? So right now we're running Monday through Friday and we're running Saturdays. We're going to start Sundays, but we're not there yet. So I'm glad to hear you got some midday or midweek days that you're off. Any questions about how that works?
Like for a week.
You pick 4 days. If you want to do 4 Wednesdays, you pick 4 Wednesdays. You don't have to bang them out. Yeah. I'm not going to wait 6 months for you to do 4 days, but you don't have to do them in a row. All right. So the days you pick, you got to be back here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Any questions? Go downstairs and take care of all that. Good luck to you. Cooper, Demond.
When, what's the silence then?
Hey, nothing.
Oh.
Are you going forward today without an attorney, sir? All right, I've got a piece of paper here that says you're going to plead responsible to an added charge of impeding traffic. The prosecutor wants me to dismiss the misdemeanor charge that was issued to you on July 23rd. Is that your deal? All right. I'll accept your plea to the impeding traffic. Fines and costs on that one, $200. Can you pay it today? All right, you also owe us some money on some other stuff. Are you on a payment plan with us?
Yes.
When's your next payment due? When's the last time you made a payment? Okay, so we can't have that. Got to be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. All right, so get something set up. Before you leave the building, get something set up on all that old money. Any questions? You're good to go. Have a good day. Kevin, is it Witty or Whitey? How do you say it? Witty? Oh, there's a B in there? Oh, there is a B in there. Come on up. I didn't mean to cheat you out of your B. Sir, are you going forward today without, oh, Mr. Bowditch? I'm sorry. Did I ever tell you how Zelinus used to do me? I'd stand where you're standing, and Zelinus would say, "Now, Mr. Whitby, you understand you have a right to a competent attorney or Mr. Oakley to represent you today." Without fail, he would do that to me, and the client would look at you like, but it was funny. I don't think all my clients thought it was funny, but all right, back to business, Mr. Bowditch.
For the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, on behalf of Mr. Whitney. Mr. Whitney, could you tell us your name for record?
Thank you.
State operating Saturday for greeting standing. Also, yes, drivers case your honor in this matter, Mr. Whitney. Pleading guilty to the charge of operating while physically impaired with the understanding all the original charges would be dismissed.
All right, sir, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes.
And did you understand all that good info? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge of impaired driving? And understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that new charge freely and voluntarily today? All right, did you drive a vehicle July 14, 2025 in Romulus? Prior to driving, did you consume some alcohol? Was there a breath or blood test? Did we?
6.
Okay.
No answer.
All right, and are you satisfied? All right. I will accept the plea to the added charge. I will dismiss counts 1, 2, 3, and 4 off the original complaint. I'm going to send Mr. Whitby downstairs. All right, looks like you're already on a bond, so we'll continue your bond. I'm going to send you downstairs. You're going to make a date with the probation counter to come back and be interviewed by a probation officer. Based on that interview, they're going to put together a report and a recommendation for sentencing. When you come back for the sentencing, you'll have a chance to talk to Mr. Bowditch about what's in the report. I will have looked at the report, and then the three of us will talk about the report and anything else you want to talk about before I decide what your terms of sentence should be. Do you understand all that? Any questions? Go downstairs and listen for your name. They'll call you up. And it's, how's your driving?
Ten will get you there.
Yeah.
If your point,
So even if you had probable cause, it's not enough?
No, because probable cause just gives you a reason to stop, right?
Right, I get it.
Right, and then I do a PBT and I find out you're at .06, but to convict you, I gotta show that your driving has been affected. So-
the marijuana, that was the case that we got from the Supreme Court last year or whatever,
Yeah.
the smell of marijuana now is no longer the per se sign of intoxication, you gotta show they were driving
Well,
poorly.
you can't, my understanding, you can't even search a car with marijuana.
Yes. So that will be the next.
Well, and,
When we go.
it's legal, so,
Well, I didn't think it was legal to drive.
but it's not, it smells like this because I was sitting in the parking lot with my buddy and he was smoking.
But,
I
mean,
It's,
I just walked out of the house.
how many times have we been, since they made that legal, it's like they didn't think it through.
there is no number for weed right now.
I think we're just waiting on set.
Almost like some states have said,
Yeah.
this is the grams of this, like Michigan right now, it's kind of up to a judge or a jury. You're talking about the billionaire who comes up with the nanogram
Yeah.
for the THC. One of our states within the Sixth Circuit federally has adopted a THC. Here it's Ohio and Kentucky.
You know what, TBG was telling me that at the Madcap conference, we were talking about it, because she's on all that cutting edge stuff now, because she's the liaison between, I think it's NHTSA and the Michigan Judiciary. So she's going to all these seminars and, all these speakers from all around the country and everything else. And there's a state, and I think it might be Colorado, that has a limit, and they're trying to get rid of it because it ain't working. And what she told me is, she said, from what she's been, the information that they've been force feeding her since she took that position. She said, I don't know that in our lifetime, we're going to see any kind of a hard line test where they can do like for drinking and driving. Okay, everybody agrees at a 0.10. But I had this conversation. Was it you? I don't know who I had it. Yesterday I had this conversation. No, it was Michelle and Judge Patton. There's no doubt in my mind that I have taken pleas from people that were over a 0.10, but they were fine to drive. Because the guy's been putting a 12-pack away every afternoon for the last 40 years. Exactly. Functional alcoholic, we used to call him, right? But as society, we've decided we don't care how good your driving is. If you're at that point, you're guilty. And I think we're going to have to do something with the THCs. It's like, maybe you were impaired, maybe you weren't, but we got to do something to corral this monster we let out of the cave, right?
You've been served their next day. So, yeah, look forward to working with you. So simply put, we come to that next hearing date, we will be dismissing it probably one of both the cases.
Mr. Douglas, my apologies, don't forget your hat.
So, yeah, you'll hear from me.
Do the last comment.
Look forward to working for you.
My boss has to quit calling.
The
No, the turtle one.
Well, I
I
don't
weaseled my way into it.
I don't see anybody turtle.
See that other?
I'm sorry.
I weaseled my way into an afternoon shift with you guys.
Yes, we appreciate it.
They scared me though. They emailed me last night to say, can you pick up today?
Heather, I'm not seeing anybody turtle.
It's pretty far up.
So it's
Really, it's not.
said my boss needs to stop calling me. Jesus, like she thinks I'm here to work or something.
What was the turtle comment?
Do you remember a long time ago you had the girl, she was on Zoom?
Oh, she had a turtle. Yeah, I remember her.
She was trying to
Yeah. That was, Jesus, that's gotta be like 22.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I remember her face. I don't remember her name, but I remember her face. She was very slight. And she had a pet tortoise, and she and I used to talk about her turtle all the time.
Yeah, that's how
For
you.
some reason, I remembered her name, the
Because-
turtle's name.
Yeah, because she would always get upset and then.
Then you'd start talking about, Heather's a turtle fan too. I'd start talking about her turtle, and then you kind of
I scored points for
Refocus her.
late from Arizona because I.
Pardon me, Judge.
Background.
Yeah.
Does this need an arraign, it's an adjourn, I'm sorry, it's,
Is
we
it-
need to arraign, we need to arraign,
I always adjourn the meeting. I was just gonna put.
we don't need to arraign though, we don't need to bring her in.
Yeah, because I put her on bond.
Okay.
Yeah. Is she on her own?
So
Well, she's been adjourned, or she's been arraigned.
So I could just get notice then and we'll take care of it.
actually that tortoise is indigenous to Arizona.
So.
It was a pet.
It was somebody's.
It was somebody's pet, and you can't cut the leg off and count the rings or anything, but I think they think Tortuga's about 60 years old or something based on whatever the vet, you
Do
can
they
look
have
at
them- Do they
something.
have them in the for somebody?
They
to
do,
take them?
because, yeah, he'll outlive them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what they say with
So-
parrots too. You have to put
So I'm going to Santa Fe the first week in June. I'm going to my first out-of-state conference in over 20 years. There's a national-
Taking along good?
No. The national, I'm taking my wife though. The National Judicial College is doing this thing that's special for the 250th. Matter of fact, they just sent me a reading list yesterday. Some stuff from George Mason, blah, blah, blah. And it's just gonna be like a discussion about founding fathers, blah, blah, blah.
That sounds cool.
But the main reason I'm going is just because I've never been to that part of the country. I've been to Utah, but I've never been to Arizona. I've never been to, New Mexico. So I'm looking forward to it. I told my wife, it's like, what is it, 3-day conference or 4-day conference?
Mhm.
And I told her, I said, we're gonna take a couple weeks or a couple days early, days late. We're gonna make a week out of it. We're going Thursday to Thursday.
Mhm.
Now the thing I'm struggling with is, do I get a car? Santa Fe, I don't think I need a car in Santa Fe, but there's some stuff I want to do, like Taos is an hour away, and I'm a history buff, so, I want to go see Taos, just to say I was in Taos. There's just a couple things like that, and I'm thinking, I want to do some research on that private rental cars, is it Tumro or Tubo
I
or
think there's
something?
a couple of, that's the one I've heard of, but I think there's a couple other now competitors are starting to spring up with
It's
the.
like $1,100 or $1,200 a week to rent a car out there. And I
Yeah.
know I'm not gonna need it for a week. So the nice thing about the
But-
private guys is they'll bring the car up to you. Well, Enterprise might too,
And
depending
you
on.
know that it's.
Hey, Steve.
I'll tell you, to me,
It's just, that's all.
I used to love windshield time out west. I'm a Midwest kid.
Yeah,
So just the drive through the desert alone.
yeah, pretty
It
cool.
was just kind of nice and relaxing. You're like, this is all beautiful. Arizona's nuts, like a lot of places out there, you got like, you drive 3 hours and hit 6 different
Lines.
climates.
I talked to a guy
Yeah.
years ago. I talked to a guy that retired out there. And he said the cool thing about it is, didn't matter what kind of weather he wanted, he was within 3 or 4 hours of getting there.
Yeah.
He wanted snow, he could drive to the mountains. He wanted desert. Yeah.
Yeah, before you head out there, let me know. I might have a couple of pretty off the beaten path stops or if you're out there, driving out in 30 minutes and go get donuts at this place kind of stuff.
No, that's great. I like to travel with no itinerary.
It's fun. Really like a trip ticket kid, they'll flip the.
Right.
The next page.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of looking down the road and
There's pros and cons, right? Because if you just, like, last time we went on a cruise, we just went on a cruise. So we got on the cruise and like, oh, that'd be a fun excursion, sold out. That'd be a fun excursion, sold out. But I also don't like feeling like I've got to do something because I signed up for it.
Yeah, left to. My wife would have zero agenda and I think I'd have tickets for half the things that we're about to go.
Yeah.
It's just, everybody.
I did a road trip with Lo. Oh shit, 3 years ago now, 4 years ago, whenever it was.
Just what?
Yeah. And we drove all the way to Idaho. And
I would love to have been in the backseat of that.
he had it all planned out. While we're here, I want to, take this detour, I want to go to this battle site, or want to go here, want to go there. And the only thing that we didn't have was we didn't have hotels for it. So, 4 or 5 o'clock, we'd start, whoever wasn't driving was playing around on their phone. Well, there's some, there's a Motel 6, 12 miles up the road or whatever.
I forgot, that.
Yeah.
Hey, where can we, 200 miles?
2 or 3 different places. I don't remember now. We set it all up on the phone. They're like, oh, we don't care when you get here.
Gonna be at the front desk?
Text you.
Oh, just go to your.
One place said, just come in the front office. There's nobody there, but come in the front office. The coffee maker's on a little stand or piece of furniture. Just open the top drawer. The key will be in there for your room. Okay, that worked for us.
Here, the lamps and beds would be.
Yeah, where are you going?
Santa Fe. Going to a National Judicial College 3-day seminar, I think.
I look at it, I think it's
Um,
It's
to make up for the Monday.
yeah. Yeah,
Is it just a general?
it's the violation
So-
of that.
There's a new policy
It's
now where
Zoom.
if you have a CDL, they don't reduce the tickets. Well, depends on who you're talking about. Staying.
It's a mirror.
They're taking a no reductions.
For about a year.
Wait, let me get these one done. Oh, wait, one is full, you guys got.
I've been contacted.
You've been dodging Belleville nugget or the violation?
If I get specific, these specific.
The parental ones.
I don't think I've had one, out of most of those laws.
What's that?
The violation of parental response, Judge of the Lake, show the
Yeah,
baby's
so-
existence.
Well,
Yes, that's why vote it shows up on this.
I-
So wait a minute.
I don't have children, so I'm not always in the most compassionate, understanding position sometimes when people may explain themselves and I say,
when you're talking to, I got kids, you got probably all the right? I tend to be, I feel, but that's what those are the ones that, you know, I not only had one parent come in that's actually showed up in the last few months. And, I feel for it. The kid is, it's usually like social anxiety, bullying, and,
Because of COVID.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the go-to excuse for a lot of.
Yeah.
I've heard of the term long COVID now, that's also, so I guess that's getting thrown around now, like it's a thing that exists.
I tell them all the time, though, I'm sorry your kid has health issues, but when the kid's 35 and struggling, the fact that they're struggling because they got no education because of health is not going to make their struggles less. So you better figure out how to get them educated.
There's that, there's domestic issues, oftentimes the parents just kind of bounce around.
Mhm.
That
one's for this afternoon. You gotta put
yeah,
that
I
in
often feel like.
the afternoon pile, please. I think.
Okay. Moving on.
You know, I'm in my
Yeah.
60s.
It's like, here's where you're gonna.
How are you?
It's way
You
back.
just hit it.
And like.
Can't you believe that?
No, I can't.
Heather, I think you knew me when I was in my
like
60s.
Say you think I'm in my 60s?
No. I just,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem, I don't know. It's impossible. I did get a senior discount. It was like, at a restaurant.
You
That was-
asked?
I did.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't usually know.
We run.
Well, the thing that bothers me is they're all over the board. Some places, I guess, I 55. I'll never forget.
oh,
We went to
kept looking down like,
oh,
I'm coming down to see him.
And
One of the guys.
you know, she brings me out and she says that'll be $15. Well, I knew it wasn't $15. They looked at it to the dollar. And I said, oh, you know, and it was some teenage. Yeah. I said, oh, well, I said, I think you made a mistake. I think it should be $8. Well, I gave you the senior discount. Like my niece. I didn't know. Now, I'm a pretty cheap guy, so, you know, I'll take the takeout, but I didn't know. Well, you know, we've been going to Zach's for over 10 years now on Thursday
On that
mornings.
side.
Where? Zach's on Plymouth. This group of guys, and I don't eat. I don't eat breakfast. So today, she came out of the bills and Rich says, oh, senior discount. And a couple other guys, yeah,
First
yeah.
law firm.
And he says, yeah, you know why? Because a couple of weeks ago, Curtis said something to her because we had one waitress forever. Brittany gave all the guys senior discount, never asked for it. So the new waitress, when Curtis said something, she said, oh, yeah, you never asked. So, and if, I think their rule is, if they ask for the senior discount, we give it to them. If they don't ask. Yeah.
Wow. The police are like,
Wait, seriously, in their defense.
they don't ask you.
Right. Because, you know, some people are. Right. It's like, what makes you think I'm that old? Yeah.
They don't know they are, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, the fact that you look like you're 90.
Exactly.
Yes.
We, go to Big Bear Market. on
Yeah,
Bears.
yeah.
They.
Yeah,
they
30
send it off. on your
Really like
birthday.
straight.
Oh, really?
We get.
I should take my mom for dinner.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
He's standing.
Yes, get the most expensive things from them.
So that'll be 3%. I saw your mom last week.
They got.
Looking old. Yeah. But I, it was good to see her because I haven't seen her in at least a couple of years. I don't know, when she broke her back. Yeah, she fractured, she fell getting out of the shot and fractured her L2.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, 6 weeks ago. So now she's walking like this.
Like they.
Because maybe if she straightens up, it hurts more, I don't know. But yeah, I'd better go. That's what's fine. How's she doing? I'm like, she's 38 now. Well, we're.
Well, 97.
We're dealing where we were at that when that was.
My father.
So, not even concerned, like.
So
straight up.
between my mother-in-law,
Militia,
just and her Jewish old.
you
lady,
hear shit just explode out.
and my father, we had him over for, you know,
It's a little turn.
I don't know if I told you this about, I must have been about 8 months. He had a stroke. It was like this mini stroke. And, you know, they took him to the hospital. Actually, you know, that Henry Ford, they were crazy. You want to talk about a routine. My mother-in-law's life is a routine. If it's, you're off by a minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they go to Great Harvest, they get, and the people at Great Harvest noticed something was right. So they took him in, that he, of course, they had to strip, and he was gonna leave, so. Taking his car, partly because I had to go out one day, Commerce Road, to find him, because he was going to tennis a mile away and ended up 10 miles.
You'll get YouTube.
So we took his keys away.
There we go.
Initially, we told him that we gave it to Julie, my wife, because she wanted to have an extra set. I think the excuse was something stupid. So he, you know, he's not driving. And my mother-in-law, who is all of 70 pounds, I'm not kidding you when I say that. So, you know, and he can't hear on top of it. So, you know, we had him over for Mother's Day. And he asked Jordan, it must have been 4 times within 30 minutes, what dorm he lived in Michigan State. God, it's a hard break.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, so when they were over, it was his birthday. So we had him over last week. And I guess he asked Julie for his card. He remembered enough.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's
It
one of the things that they do.
really is, it is weird. But
Yeah, if you can look past the tragedy of it, it's pretty interesting.
yeah, and he'll remember, you know, he'll do it.
You know how we got Lucia off the road? She had a series of like parking lot mishaps, nothing, just banging stuff up, and Jamie's people were making good money on it. So I can't tell you the form number now, but there's a form. I went online and I sent in a form to the Secretary of State saying, look, here's what's going on. She shouldn't be on the road.
Yeah.
So they just sent her you can need to come in for a random assessment. And she said, oh, the hell with it, because she knew she'd never pay. So she said, I'm not going. Okay, works for me. But she didn't know I ratted her out.
Yeah.
I remember my brother, when he was living with my other grandma, she shouldn't be driving. So he had pulled the plug or did something on the inside of her car. And she went behind his back and hired somebody to fix, because she kept asking my brother, will you fix my car? Will you fix my car? And he's like, Grandma, I just can't figure it out. She hired somebody and they came to the house and fixed it.
Well, we also put an what do you call it?
AirTag?
Yeah, AirTag in the car too.
That's really good idea.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's just enough of the old Walter in there.
Yeah.
That he realizes I just got lost going someplace I've been 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Mhm. They start getting
I'm
upset.
telling you, that's the worst.
Yeah. All right. My work is done. You guys.
Have a good one, Steve. What's going on? Okay, all right, take care. All right, go ahead, take care of your deal. Yep. So YouTube, I'm signing up for the Meta Care, K. Which one the old? I was getting confused. Medicare?
Medicare, yes.
Medicare. I'm signing up for Medicare in the next couple weeks. That's how old I am. Old.
So we said 35, I'm sure. So they said.
Yeah. That's because you guys are all looking at small monitors. If you saw a big monitor, you'd see how old I am. What do you got, Mr. Hadley? Oh, I thought you were bringing me work.
I'll get it back, but I knew I,
So do you guys need one?
no, I got one.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jeff should have it. I just did this, today. That's my times.
You're
Oh,
good.
did you?
She called me. That may be why she's calling.
Do we have any more out there?
No, but it looks like maybe the afternoon's starting to queue up. Is that possible?
Anything's possible. Jamie just said he had some kind of medical thing going, but there was one attorney out there talking.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was.
So I didn't push him because he's dealing with something else.
But maybe-
They didn't know if I should shut down or just leave it up till,
What time's the new ones?
they're supposed to start about, they're supposed to start at 1, but
Well, I could have, go get something to eat if I was done now.
She would call me with an emergency of something.
I just need some foreign power and calling Jensen. I need an address and phone number for, she's going to EMS.
Johnson?
Yeah, Caroline Johnson.
you have it in, I handed you the notice, and did you check it out there?
I did give her notice.
Um,
Just give me a good address.
Oh, you got the file there?
or the one that's in the file.
Yeah, it's here, Judge.
We would've tried.
We've already dealt with her.
Here, I don't want to say.
And there's still somebody out there from this morning's docket?
We got 2 people out there. They're still talking.
I just called everybody. Says anybody
It was somebody in what's his name's office.
Okay.
Just no, no.
Missions, mission, well-being laws, incentivizing well-being committee. That's a mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
Is revisiting a proposed court rule that would allow attorneys to schedule a reasonable amount of person by providing advance notice to opposing counsel and courts when they have pending.
Dugan, just step down.
You're on-
Sherelle?
Yes. Looks like it's gonna be, I don't do the file there. And then the next one I have is Revic Spencer, is that how you say that?
Rev.
Okay. Ma'am, just have a seat. We'll get you an adjourned date. Notice for 9/1. What's the last one? I'm sorry.
It's either
Spencer, first name Revel, show cause parental responsibility with Delvin.
he wrote it.
Spencer Moyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even worse writing than mine.
Well, I can't even, he's got the first.
Well,
name,
hold on.
Emily.
I just pulled the file, but it's fishing.
Yes, I got it. BL00169, so that may not
He
even be.
probably
No,
caught,
there's probably more
there's
than.
another Spencer on there, Marisha, on a different case. I wonder if he.
Yeah, I've got Marissa Spencer Moyle. Who do you have?
It could be Revic, it could be not. It's like a person.
Revel, or Emily.
My last name, first name is Emily.
Okay,
There
that's what he's
there
got
we
here.
go.
Emily, and what's the last name? Revel. Yeah, that's probably the way.
That's probably why.
I mean, I kind of know this, but.
Here, it's Revel. Under R?
Oh,
Because
oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Watson, what's the first name?
Sherelle.
Thank you.
you guys pulled that one already,
And yeah,
Yeah, I got that one, but I can't find Ravel Spencer.
because it's, what's your name hyphenated? What's the first part of it?
Revel's.
I'm looking through the R's.
let me look at the other file.
Yeah. it's-
What time you scheduled?
It was 8:45.
Let me look through the judge.
Wow.
Because that's where, here it is, we need one file, but what's in it?
Heather, you better talk to somebody downstairs.
And who did? Did they have it down in front of it? Oh, that should have been her files.
All right. So let's talk about Miss Emily's file.
Good morning, yeah, he wasn't 6+. Good morning, he's 64917 appearing today. Minutes taken for 11 minutes. You stay with the record.
Thank you.
I think the resolution is now responsible for the double parking ticket with responsibility. Matter being dismissed, she's been advised in direction some of that plea. Judge, she's been dealing with a domestic violence issue, which has been causing issues with the children's attendance. She's in a much more stable position
Good.
right now, so we're trending in the right direction. She doesn't want to come back. I don't blame her. She's
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
solve it as such.
Yeah. How old are the kids?
Four, I said it's one to 13, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old.
4-year-old, 10-year-old, and 13.
So the 10-year-old and the 13-year-old are on Belleville schools.
Mhm.
4-year-old.
All right. Okay.
She's in a much better spot now, Your Honor, as it relates to the underlying issues that have caused this. She now has a PPO against the gentleman who's causing these issues.
Okay.
Everything is, again, much more stable. There have not been issues.
Good.
So we're hopeful that that is going to continue.
Good.
That said, she's also aware that if there are issues, she's going to do what she has been doing, which is to reach out to the school with documentation.
Good.
So
Good.
she's on the ball, she's doing the best that she can.
Okay. All right. Are you working, ma'am?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Yeah.
Full-time?
Still gotta get my, stuff all the way together and like my transportation with the issue right now. But when I'm able to do that, then I'll be able to.
You got a valid license? You just don't have good transportation? Okay.
Yes. I'm not found license. I don't know if that's an yes or not.
Okay. Well, not, certainly not for this. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
All right.
Got pulled over, nobody said that my license was suspended.
Right. So, we're gonna get back to today's file, but before today's file, it looks as of May 15th, at least, you owed us $1,312 on other tickets. Have you been on a payment plan on that?
No, I need to address that, so I don't know how to.
Okay.
It's my first time.
You know, my question is, have you ever had a payment plan with us?
No.
Okay. Are you in a position to commit to some kind of payment plan? Okay, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, it doesn't matter to us. All right. So I want you to set something up before you leave.
Before that, like, one of the tickets I got, the guy said that something was like, I don't know what he said, like, if I was on the freeway or whatever, The officer was pulled over on the shoulder and,
Yeah,
and I'm driving.
you failed to use due care and caution probably.
It's not even possible because he was in his vehicle parked and they said I was speeding too. You didn't.
Okay, but let me stop you. The problem is, it's too late to argue it now, because it's a 2025 ticket. So civil infractions go on your record in default 14 days after they're issued, if we don't hear from you. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you downstairs. We've got options on how you can close all this stuff out. It's money, payments, community service. We've got options. So I'm gonna send you downstairs to have that conversation so you can find out what your options are, but you gotta get them cleared up somehow. All right. So today's file for the double parking, I was gonna do $200, or I wasn't even gonna give you the option until you told me you had a 4-year-old. I was just gonna tell you to do community service hours. So 10-year-old and 13-year-olds, those kids are old enough. If you get inventive, you can find someplace, some charity, go volunteer, and the kids think you're going for fun time for them. The 4-year-old makes it tougher, but I'll either do 200 and you can add it to the 13 you already owe, or I'll just tell you, go out and do 10 hours of community service, document it, give that to me by a certain date, and this file's closed. Do I do the hours? All right. So downstairs where you're going to talk about options on the $1,300, ask them for a list of community service. You don't have to work off our list, but if you work with our list, we know it's approved. Other than that, it's got to be a nonprofit registered with the IRS as a nonprofit, official letterhead from whoever you do the hours with, bring that into us by your due date. All right. So I'm thinking by the end of July should be plenty of time to get, what did I say, 10 hours? 10 hours?
That's specifically just for this or for all of them?
It's, that can be part of the options you discuss on the 1,300, but for today's file, the impeding traffic, 10 hours of community service. Any questions?
You said this does or doesn't do 21 license?
This has nothing to do with your license. This is literally between you and me. Well, him too, I guess.
Oh, I remember the warrant now too, right?
Nope.
Okay, the clearance.
On this, there's nothing to clear. The warrant, if you had a warrant on this file, it was cleared when you showed up today. All right. So let's recap. You're going to go downstairs, you're going to get something set up on that $1,300, right? They'll tell you all your options. You get some kind of plan to work those towards closing, right? Then if you want to know where we've already approved community service, ask for that list. All right. Good luck. Thank you, Councilman. Hmm?
There's still
Well, you can clear it.
Thank you, good guys. Take care. Have a great day.
You as well. Thank you. Good luck with the leg. All right, Jamie said we're done.
All right.
Okay. All right. I think I am gonna get something. I'll be back.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever.
We're live.